haunting since time began. Raw side paranormal seeks the truth, looking for some kind of real proof. Creaky floorboards and eerie dark mist. Grab your camera and document this. No time to run, no time to hide. We are catching all of this on the raw side. A slamming door causes a fright. A shadowed hand appears in sight. Grab your REM pods and your K2s, or anything else you can use. No time to run, no time to hide. We are catching all of this on the wrong side. A slamming door causes a fright. A shadowed hand appears in sight. Grab your AirPods and your K2s, or anything else you can use. No time to run, no time to hide. We are catching all of this on the raw side. The icy air touches your neck. You feel like screaming, but you stay in check. All rising up to take the magical flight. You can't believe what's happening tonight. Don't run, don't try to hide. We are catching this all on the raw side. Don't run, don't try to hide. We are catching this all on the raw side.
Hey, 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 happy hump day, guys. How's it going? Thanks for joining us tonight. How is everybody doing? I hope everybody is surviving this heat again. Good Lord, pretty much we're going to be just a big puddle of goo on the ground. This stuff keeps going on. Oh my goodness. Let's see who's joined us tonight. I'm so excited to have our guests on, and I'm excited that you guys all came and hung out with us. We've got Sophia. How you doing? Hey, Mark. How's it going? He says I just jumped a mile. I figured it would make everybody up the little, the little scream there. Sorry about that. We got Megan, Sandra. Let's see, Roger. Hi, Roger. Miss Pinky Deathstalker. Welcome. And, Roger, long time no see. I was like, 2 minutes ago. Tammy, how's it going? Let's see. Who else is with us? BPH daughter. Oh, hello. Welcome. Some new names. Kiwi, how's it going? And I'm loving it. All these new names. Great to see everybody. And if I missed anybody, just, shout at me and say, hey, Laura, wake up and look at what's going on. Oh, there's the chairman. You were at the top. All the way. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. I really, really appreciate it. I hope everybody is trying to stay cool and doing the best that you can with this crappy ass weather. I'm telling you. So without further ado, I would like to have our guests join us. You guys put your hands together and welcome these troublemakers. Look at these troublemakers.
Hello.
I'm sure everybody in here knows what a bunch of troublemakers you guys are. So just by watching the videos, how are you guys doing tonight?
We are brilliant, but we are absolutely melting.
Yeah.
Jeez, I know. I just awful. And you're right. Chris showed up just right on the line.
Always on
the line. His, his grand entrance.
Why did I worry you?
Yeah.
I bet
I had
when Ryan was going, he's not answering my text.
I actually did say that, Chris. Not gonna
I
lie.
had faith. I said, nah, he's going to come in and make his grand entrance. That's how it goes. Hi, Susan. Welcome. How are you doing tonight? So, guys, besides melting your asses off like the rest of us in the world, uh, tell us a little bit about your group, a little bit about yourselves, and what made you get into this.
I'll let Sean take the lead on this one.
Thank you.
No problem.
Basically, obviously, we're Bristol Paranormal Hunters, and we also in collaboration with Fright Night Project. It all started off when I was 8 years old, basically, and my brother died on the road at 7 years old in my arms.
Oh,
When I got home that night, I got onto my bunk bed and I saw my brother at the bottom of my bed doing this, and he looked like a negative photograph sort of thing. With that, I absolutely crapped myself. Obviously, not understanding what the hell was going on and why that had happened, I jumped off my bed and jumped off the top of the stairs. And as I was coming up, as I was going down the stairs, like in mid-flight, my uncle was coming up to go to the toilet and caught me. So, you know, for years after that, I've always been like, well, what was it? What was it him that I saw and stuff like that? And you know, I've been trying to prove that ever since, sort of thing, not just to myself, but to other people out there that believe in spirits and stuff and life after death and things like that. So anyway, I hadn't seen my brother for about 15 years and I'd already started ghost hunting on my own. And we started talking and he said, "What do you do?" I said, "Well, I'm a ghost hunter. I haven't got a channel or anything like that, but if you want to join me, then maybe we can do that." And we both started Bristol Paranormal Hunters. We then met Haunted Truth at the time, and done some fantastic investigations, met Chris and stuff. Myself and Chris got talking and we've been through the same sort of thing, and it just
We
kicked
just
off
clicked.
from there.
We're like brothers.
Yeah.
actually, if you could have Ryan pull in a little closer to the mic, because he's a little quiet.
He speaks quiet as well. He's a bonger. I keep telling him, open your voice. It's
There
big
we
enough.
go. There we go.
But anyway, go on.
Let yourself be heard.
Like when we met Haunted Truth, obviously we met Mark and we met Chris, and we were still a bit yellow behind the ears, if you want to, so to speak. And we learned a lot from these guys, and they brought the best out of us. Especially Chris. Chris literally brought the best in both of us and seen our potential, and actually took a gamble and helped us so much. We couldn't have done it without him either. But when my brother first said to me, I do ghost hunting, I was really excited. I've always loved, you know, as a kid, even though we know now that they're fake, Most Haunted and stuff like that, I used to love that sort of programs. And I've always wanted to do something like this. I've had my own experiences in the past with different things that I can't explain, but this is something I've always wanted to do and always been interested in. And what a better way to do it with my brothers right now? Do you know what I mean?
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, exactly. And you, Chris, how did you start doing this? End up where you are. Hi, Raven. How are you, honey? Hi, Purple. As long as you guys want.
Before I start, I just want to let everyone know that I can't read any comments. I can't see any comments. So if anyone got any questions, then you're going to have to relay them to me.
Not a problem.
So I started very similar to Sean. Grief. I lost my brother too. and I think it was the early stages of watching them with my brother, all the ghost shows on TV. So at the time, we're not talking about Most Haunted. We're going back even further. So we used to watch Scariest Places on Earth.
Right.
I think that was hosted by Linda Blair. And then you got that voiceover by Tangina from Poltergeist, all that spooky stuff. And Strange But True as well. And then I used to collect all the old comic books, Spine Chillers. Was into all that sort of stuff. And then when it became apparent through living TV that you could do it yourself by watching Most Haunted, you could just buy a camera, go on eBay, buy a camera, go out and do it yourself. That's what I did. And I lost my brother.
I'm so sorry. You guys are going to make me cry.
I felt a bit lost. I didn't really know what to do. Felt a little bit better from meeting Sean and Ryan because they sort of went through the same thing as me.
Right.
And I don't know, there was a deep connection there, wasn't there, lads?
Yeah.
And ever since then, we've just took the piss out of each other.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Yeah, you had that common bond, and it brought you guys, together. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, that's fantastic. All right, my next question is, what do you guys believe? And you can each answer in your own way. What do you believe that we become when we leave the physical body? What do you think, we evolve to, or or such? What is your thoughts on that?
What, you want me to answer it, do you?
Go one at a time.
Our own opinions.
What you'll find is that our answers are roughly the same because we have the same outlook. So I think there's maybe a choice to some degree, but there also might not be a choice. I believe that maybe there could be a thing of reincarnation, maybe, but I've seen too much to see any sort of one-sided opinion. I've seen bad things, seen some good things. I've seen signs, things that you would take as, heartwarming in some way, but then there's things that are scary as well, things you don't really want to mess with. But I think when you pass on, I do think that there is something, but I don't know what that something is. That's where I stand, and that's it basically for me.
See, my opinion is, we were brought up as Catholics, we were brought up as Christians. We had a lot of that in our lives growing up from our mum and a lot of other sources, didn't we? I even went to a Catholic school. My school was literally ran by nuns.
Mm-hmm.
So my beliefs in the afterlife, so to speak, I believe there is somewhere that we go, because if you look at it scientific fact-wise, our brains have electric running through them. So when you die, that electricity's got to go somewhere. It can't just disappear. Electricity doesn't disappear. Reincarnation as well, I definitely believe in that. I have had some experiences in my life where I've had very weird, vivid dreams of being a soldier and getting blown up. And I've had that reoccurring dream more than once in my life. I've had it only like a handful of times, but I've had it. So it's quite a strange one, really. What do you think?
My thoughts on it is pretty much the same as you two guys. I think there is something, but as human beings, I don't think we'll ever get 100% proof on that. Although we do capture sometimes very, very strange things on camera.
Yeah.
It sound like voices or footsteps or whatever it may be. But, you know, I can honestly say, I'm not going to speak for the other two guys, but I can honestly say we have caught paranormal since we've been on YouTube. Paranormal, hence in not normal.
Yeah.
Not stating it's a ghost or a spirit or anything else. It's just very bloody strange.
Yeah.
Very strange things that have happened, you know, that we've caught and we cannot explain. So, you know, is there life after death? Is there life beyond this planet?
No one knows
It's
that
still
answer.
both of which are still difficult to answer.
The only people that know that answer is our loved ones that have already passed.
Yeah.
And they hopefully they can communicate with us somehow.
But
you know,
seeing what I saw when I was young,
yes, definitely.
I believe so.
That's fantastic. Pinky just wants to say, you guys are so brave for being here and sharing your stories. Hugs and love
Thank
to
you,
you
Pinky.
all.
Massive love to you, Pinky.
Welcome, Miss Karen. Thanks for joining us. And there's Wiz. Hi, Wiz. How's it going? Spectral Whispers, welcome. Now, when you guys start and you go out on an investigation, and when you tell us the behind the scenes, because we always see everything that's on camera, so we know how you set up stuff. But how do you? No. We do want to know. You know, how do you start your investigations from behind the scenes? What do you set up? What do you check out?
It all starts with an idea, and then we all get that idea in our heads, and we go to a location. Obviously, there is times where me and Ursula will suggest a location, and we'll go and look at the place first beforehand to make sure it's accessible, it's not dangerous, and all that sort of stuff. Because obviously, we don't want to die, not yet anyway. And we go out and we look at that first to make sure everything is as it should be, so we can go and do the investigation.
Right.
When we get to the investigations, before we're even filming, me, Sean, and Chris are having banter with each other.
We're having fun.
And some people just don't know how to take it. Most people sort of just shy away and go, "Oh my God, they're arguing," sort of thing. What's going on? And me, Sean, and Chris are just there laughing and just, creepily like just going to each other and going in each other to give more. People don't really know how to take that, do they?
Yeah. And then we set up and get serious then.
Yes. We have our serious side when we film, and we also have our funny side, which people know, with the roast and stuff.
I think it's important for me to jump in and say I didn't always just work with these two. I used to be part of Haunted the Truth with Mark.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we said that earlier on.
Yeah, we did.
We started, me and Mark started this together, looking into the paranormal in a deep sense of what his view was of a scientific mind, a debunking mind. And for me, I just wanted to show Mark that there was a different side, a realer side, more like paranormal, because he was a skeptic. And I had got to, a huge skeptic. And it got to a point where I was investigating with Mark, and we come across a few locations which were brutal to the mind, things that we couldn't really explain. We were capturing stuff on camera that a lot of people out there would call fake.
Right.
It's not. Sean knows this and Ryan knows this as well, right? And here's the issue. Mark still wanted to be in that mindset of, I want to explain and I want to look at things scientific. He wanted to really go deep with it. If he could have a camera on a satellite in space on him, he would, put it that way. It was really deep with it. He became really invested. And I give up with that. We had a difference in opinion, and we had creative differences as well. So I went my way with Mark. I went a way of how I wanted to do things and how he wanted to do things. And that's when I formed my channel. But behind the scenes, I'm a very witty person. I like comedy. I like to have a laugh, and these guys, they're the same. So we just take the piss out of each other 24/7 when we're not, filming seriously. So when we are filming an episode, you'll see a difference to how we are there, and then you'll see when we do a roasting on someone or a channel, and you'll see what we're really like in real life. So if you want to know what we're like in real life, you just watch the roasts, and that's how we're like. Because
And I recommend
that's a headache.
I recommend twin para dildo.
That's very funny. And yes, Chris, I do remember you being with Mark. And I did enjoy what you guys did. And I get it. People do have a difference in a vision. And it's good that, you guys still speak and get along. And, but you're just doing your own things.
Me and Mark.
We've been out since with Mark.
Yeah, we all
Mark says, Mark posted my seriously skeptical head. So he's gotten better. He's gotten better because I've interviewed him a few times. So he's gotten better, more open.
The thing is with Mark is he's seen so much now that a lot of people find his logical brain annoying.
I find him interesting.
Because sometimes, it gets to a point where you go, well, this is too weird. This is odd. Maybe we need to look at this in a different way. And, Mark becomes obsessed with locations if they're going to give paranormal. Like, for example, I recently went to a location and me, Sean and Ryan, we had something happen.
Yeah.
And we told Mark about it, and Mark was down there the next day.
Yeah. And had the
same thing happen to him.
Yeah.
See, isn't it amazing? He's in it 100%. Yeah. He does think in a different way. That's why Mark is so interesting.
Yeah.
He thinks about, outside of the box. He's thinking beyond what everybody else is seeing. So it's just a different perspective. And I think that's why everybody's so attracted to the way Mark does things.
But then sometimes with Mark, when the obvious is in front of his face, he's still got to try and make the logic out of it. Even if it's staring him right in the face.
It's hard. It's hard to change.
The thing is, I'll be honest now, this is a bold statement, I know, but he has got some of the best evidence to prove the paranormal.
He has,
Yes, he has. Yes,
there you go, Mark.
He has the best. And I know people are going to say that's a bold statement, but I mean, he's got all the raw footage.
And none of it's fake.
No,
he's got it all, and
wonderful.
He's offered it up to people, and they just don't take it. It's easier just to say it's fake and walk away. But
well, people really don't want to admit truth. It's a problem.
Yeah.
That's what we all pride ourselves on, to be honest. But none of our stuff is faked. We always look for the truth, and that's how we all get on so well.
Yeah.
It has to be.
We work alongside each other, and we've all seen each other's work and how we work, and we just click
That's great.
So well.
We always said no lying to each other because it's a breach of trust. So we want brute honesty.
Yeah.
That's the only way to go. The only way to go.
The thing is,
we're straight up front. We're straight up front. Well, Chris calls me the potty mouth.
He is.
I go a bit nutty sometimes. But
don't feel bad. I could have a pretty good potty mouth myself. So
I just say it as it is. My brain has got no filter. Like,
my
brain is telling me to say it.
Ryan already
wearing that sort of like.
Well, I'm usually, it's truth, right in your face truth. People ask me things. I go, well, I can tell you the truth, or you want me to blow smoke up your ass? You take the choice.
Exactly.
I rather tell you the truth, and it's not always nice, but truth is truth. Truth is ugly, and you just deal with it and move on. I mean,
I'm the kind of person that if I meet somebody, if I don't like them within the first half an hour, I'll look up to them and go, I don't like you.
Oh, I've done that.
Yeah, he's very brutal.
And they'll look at me and go, but why? And I'll go, I just don't like you.
Yeah, I've done that myself.
I don't have to have a reason. I just don't like it.
You pick up on it. And first impressions are very important. And you're gonna know by the minute they open their mouth whether you're gonna like them or not.
Yeah.
So it's
If they've got a potty mouth like Ryan, you get on like house on fire.
Yeah.
let's see. We got Hi Candy, Mystic Mima. Welcome, welcome. Admit. Let's catch up on who's popped in to join us. Welcome, welcome everybody. And I did see a question back here. I didn't miss it. Just let me find it. It was Tammy. Right here. Sean, Ryan, and Chris. Has anything truly terrifying happened that you can't debunk while investigating?
A few things. A few things.
Yes.
A few things. There was one at the line works with this light that
Yeah,
comes
that's
down
weird.
from the sky through the tunnel, and then it splits and dances behind my nan for about 25 minutes.
Oh wow.
And that's on my channel, the line works. And the farm.
The farm is incredible. It is absolutely
And the other night,
yeah, Snuff Mills.
Snuff
That
Mills.
was something not nice.
But
Not
there's-
nice at all.
there's been a handful of places. Some things like on the other videos we've done, it could be put down to noise pollution or
Yeah.
whatever it may be. We don't really call it paranormal or anything unless we have definitive proof, really. But what we do when we do get something, it's like, that's shocking. Oh my God. I have no, and we try our best to debunk it. And it just no words.
Right.
Really?
Well, yeah, you were mentioning the farm. Yeah, I was watching that one the other night where you couldn't figure out the reason how the wood was pushed out of the window, and because you had it crammed down in there.
Yeah, it was really rammed in there where it scored the plaster
And
solid.
it was a really hot night.
The
and there was
farm-
no wind.
I've done a farm before that, and it was called Alone in the Dark. And I literally went under the stairs where the cupboard is, opened it, and said, "The two little girls still here," and you heard Abby. And I didn't hear that with my own ears. The camera picked that up.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until Chris, because Chris edited that video, called me over to his place and said, "Have you heard this?" And I was like, I had no idea. No idea that even happened at all.
It
It
scared
was
me.
really, really strange.
But then most of the stuff we capture, we don't realise until we actually get home and review the footage.
Yeah.
And then we're as shocked as everybody else is.
Right. Before we get into Mark's question, I wanted to ask, what kind of equipment do you guys bring with you? And
Really, we don't take a lot. We take
Cameras,
Cameras.
bobs.
bobs, torches.
Sorry, guys. I got to say, look, let's be honest here. Most equipment now has been frowned upon.
Yes.
Okay, so if you do like using it, that's fine in my book. Go ahead. I'm not going to
But we
create any
don't.
problem for you. But in terms of how it is now in the community, if you're caught using equipment, it's kind of, you're judged straight away.
yes,
And I love using the EMF. I do like using, I look at the EMF meter as a guide, not someone that can contact the dead or pick up whether there's a ghost or not. It picks up an energy. So that's why I use it. So I go to the energy source. If it says it's red and it's hot here, that's where I'm going to stay. And I told Mark about this, and I said to him, a lot of people talk to the EMF meter as if it's some sort of ghost hunter. It's not. Oh, if you're here, can you light up red? And that's not how it works. It's an energy source that you're
Yeah.
trying to find, and you're using that piece of equipment to see where the hot spot is in the area. So as long as you've got phones turned off, and as long as you've got your walkie-talkies off, and you've got all those other bits and bobs off, cameras are okay. They're not going to pick up your cameras too much. And it goes off, you can go to that location and you can stay there and know that there's something there. It might not be a ghost, but there's an energy there that can
Right.
be used.
Absolutely.
So that's how I use it. But even that's frowned upon now. So we tend not to use it, do we, lads? We just
No,
around
we
the
do quiet
Slow
walk.
walking.
Quiet walking.
which
Yeah.
makes
yeah,
quick.
that's pretty much how I do it as well.
People,
Yeah, just your
you know,
camera and your recorder, and that's it.
Call out, be quiet, listen.
Quiet-
to the
quiet
atmosphere,
walking,
see what we
basically.
get back.
And we
Use the
basically,
natural
if we hear something, we walk towards it, stop, call out again, and keep going like that. And
That's why I
it's
asked you the
very
question about, before you start the investigation, do you do a run through the building that you're going in to check for energy sources with the EMF to see if something's running or if maybe underground lines are there? Or, so you, at least when you go in, when you do the investigation, you go, okay, I know that something
yeah,
happens
we do
here.
base tests and stuff like that, and make sure nobody else is around or in the building, and we cover all that every time.
Right.
Basically,
Fantastic.
Sean goes into the building and he goes, right, if you're here, I'm going to eat you.
Do you want some of my wood?
Yeah. And basically, that if there is anyone there, they're running.
They're
So-
running. Yeah, we're coming to get you. Mark wants to know, how do you maintain sanity when dealing with serious activity? Some things I find that people are not cut out for and can't deal with and lose their marbles. What's your coping method?
I don't know, but that's why we do this, right?
It
Because we
drives
want to
us.
see it.
Yeah,
It drives us. This is what
drives us
We want
even
to
more.
see it.
The more you see, the more you and everything, the more things that happen, the more you want to do it, and the more you want to find out.
It's
Well,
not
yeah,
necessarily
it can
losing
get
our
deeper.
marbles. It's we can't figure out most of the stuff that we witness, and we probably never will. But
Yeah.
we continue to try and capture this stuff so other people can witness
Let-
it as well.
Let me tell you the difference between having the emotions that we have than everyone else. Okay, so this is the difference. Let's put this towards Mark, and I know he's watching right now. Mark will go to a location and he will stay there 7 hours, and he will go back the next night and do the same hours, and then the next night and do the same hours. He is then left with about over 100 hours worth of footage to go through, and he sits there and goes through everything. He then cuts it down, and he actively looks for paranormal. He looks for weird things. Most groups out there and bandwagon, and I'm sorry, but bandwagon ghost hunters that are just getting on it for clicks and shares are going to 2 or 3 locations in one night.
Yeah.
So there's the difference, and we do that same technique. We go along, we stay all night, and then if we like it, we go back and we go back, and that's what we do.
3,
And
4 in the morning we leave sometimes.
Yeah, and that's how you capture activity in a location.
Exactly.
And what you do, you have to watch your footage. You have to watch it.
Every last minute of it. Which
Yeah. So our drive is bigger because we've captured things. So I don't think it scares you. I don't think, like, in a sense, like Mark will agree. He might say, "Oh, it does my head in. It baffles me," but that's part of the problem. That's why he's going back, because he wants an explanation. He wants to see it again, because if it's repeatable, then that's great.
Yeah, 100%.
Cree says it was said if equipment goes off, that's telling an investigator that something in the environment has changed, and it's up to that investigator to find out what's changed. And why do you agree?
It was said if equipment
Why
goes
do you agree?
That's something in the environment.
Well, I think she's saying it wants to know if you agree with what they're saying.
Gives you the indication that a spirit is in the room, but obviously Chris has just said that it gives you the indication of energy in the room, not an actual spirit itself.
Well, it gives you, the idea that something is there. It's an energy source somehow, isn't it?
Especially if there's no electrical cables and stuff in the building.
I would agree. There's definitely an energy source when it comes to EMFs. As Chris well stated it, that's what the that's what the device does.
Yeah.
If there's no power source or anything in the place you're in, and an EMF goes off, then there's some kind of energy there.
Yeah.
So you stay there. It's not to say that it's a ghost or a spirit or anything else. It's an energy source, and you see what would happen, basically.
Right. Admit says you need to give spirit chance. They like to manipulate sound in a haunted location. It helps to use spirit boxes, but be mindful they are toys.
We don't use
Absolutely.
We don't use spirit boxes.
No.
I do.
It's like
there's a passive there,
with
you know?
Aussie, isn't it? It's like with Aussie.
No,
It's going to be
it's-
all over the radio, and people are doing these ITCs. You're going to hear the word Aussie all over those radio waves.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's a bit, yeah, I mean, it's standard, isn't it? Obviously, standard practice size. But I think in terms of equipment, I do believe that it can be manipulated. It can be manipulated by the unknown of what we're looking for. I've had experiences where, you know, electrical devices have not been working properly. And I mean, one of the biggest reasons I do this, and I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't think the paranormal was real. If I thought it was, if I didn't think it was real, to me is a waste of time, and I wouldn't be doing it. I wouldn't even know these two. If I thought it was not a thing, I'd think, what a pointless waste of time, and I wouldn't bother. I wouldn't even watch any ghost shows. I'd be gone. I wouldn't want to put my time into it. That's just how I am. So I really believe that it is a thing. And I believe it's a thing because I've had my own personal experience. Put the cameras aside and put everything I've ever seen with Mark and these boys, right? I've had my own personal experience, you know, and that was with devices, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
I've had my signs and I've had my emotions change over it as well.
Yeah, and that's what we believe.
All right. Cree has another question. It says cameras are equipment, and even if you catch something on one, people will say you faked it somehow. Whether you you
Added it
did,
later.
I added. Okay, is that what she has on there? Okay, added it later or whatever. Is that discouraging to you?
I want to say no, because we never add anything to our videos. What you see is what you get.
Off the
It is
camera
straight
itself.
off the camera. All we do is my brother cuts out all the boring parts where, as we said rightly, we'll stand in locations for 3-4 hours and nothing will happen. And then we'll catch bits, and that's the bits that we show people on our videos. We keep all the investigations on our hard drives, so we've got all the raw footage there.
And also we got multiple angles, multiple cameras.
And yeah, we use multiple angles.
And always keep the raw footage.
Yeah. Oh, yes, always.
There's always going to be people out there that are just going to troll and say fake, 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 fake.
Yeah, we don't care.
It doesn't really matter. To me, I've gone past the word. I've gone past the word. I don't really care for the word. Someone says it's fake. Great.
There you go.
Well done.
Well, like Admit says, we only know our own truth, and that is 100% correct.
But as in for the fake channels out there,
yeah, we're coming for you.
Do one. Because they do one because all they do is put doubt in believers' minds
and all they
make
care
them
is about the almighty dollar.
Oh yeah, the money rules the roost. Yeah.
And this is why we get so angry about it, because we're so honest with our footage, and
people like us don't get a chance on YouTube to succeed properly.
Well, that's my next question, is because the statement that you made in the video that you think that the paranormal is coming to an end as far as YouTube goes. Do you really believe that? Do you believe it's the fake or for the rest of us?
I feel the fakers get a lot more limelight than what the real channels do.
Right.
They get more attention, definitely.
There's a big problem there with it, and the part of the problem can't stop because it's the survival of other channels. You've got to remember, you know, the debunking community grew astronomically fast, and the problem is you grow by targeting the negative shit. Excuse my language, but
that's truth.
Is annoying. So, I mean, we all preach about, you know, we want smaller teams, the real teams, to do well, and you know, for the bigger channels that we know are just absolute horse dump, you know, they're just fake as hell. We know we want them to just be boycotted and go downhill and be gone. We know that, but that can't happen if, you know, communities are keeping them in the limelight by talking about it all the time. But how else are their channels going to grow if they're not producing content on the big channels that are getting the heads and the numbers?
Yep.
So it's a winning and it was a losing game. You can't win either way, basically. Someone's got to lose on it, you know. And I think if you want to be big and you want to make YouTube, you're going to have to be grit. You're going to have to be quite what your channel is, raw. You're going to have to say things how they are. You're going to have to, you know, shout. He who shouts the most gets the most. And like with Ryan and Sean, I've told them both, be who you are.
That's right.
And when I told them what we should do is be who we are, and we should do roasts on people, those videos got views.
Yeah.
Yeah, massively.
They're funny.
They got views. But
we also like, you know, show people how fake these people actually are by slowing stuff down and actually getting people to see their mistakes. You know, and what annoys me, what annoys me is people don't really watch that. They see past it. They see past all their fakery and lies and bullshit. Pardon me. And people still follow them like sheep. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Why would they follow such fake crap?
Right. And yeah, it's very disheartening because like people like us and smaller channels do struggle.
Yeah.
You know, but we didn't start this. I mean, because like for myself, I didn't start this to become a big YouTuber and make big money.
No,
that wasn't what it was about. It was about education. You know,
it's not about that with us at all. We don't care about
just love what we do.
money.
Right.
Look at what we're doing now. We're all conversing. You've got smaller channels on your channel, so that's conversing.
And I'm not a big channel.
I mean, you haven't chosen to go around and try and get the bigger channels on your channel.
Right. No, I always go after the people that are just, you know, struggling like I am and who are only looking for the truth. The education is important to me.
Yeah.
You know, because I've had many things happen throughout my life that I can't explain. And so what I have learned through 30 years of this, you know, I like to share with others, and I want to learn from others who have experienced things that I have never experienced. Is all a learning process. Now, you know, on the other hand, yes, you know, now that I become monetized, which is fantastic, and I couldn't have had it happen unless the wonderful people in the chat and ones who follow me.
Absolutely.
And the same thing, whatever donations I get, it's greatly appreciated. I don't expect it, but it's very appreciated because it goes back into the channel so I can keep doing what I'm doing.
Exactly.
If I wanted to do, you know, make the big YouTube money, I could have go out and bullshitted everybody just like the rest of them do.
Absolutely.
Exactly. It's not hard. You know what I mean?
Just
we're not interested in the money. Yeah, it helps to go towards, say, location or a fuel because everything comes out of our own pocket.
Yes.
Always has. Always has.
Oh yeah, believe me, I want to say this. If I really wanted to fake something, I could do a fucking amazing job.
Sure. I mean, you know,
absolutely.
And of course, it's going to increase your pocket, but big deal. You know, you had to live with yourself after that.
But then you'd be lying to yourself.
But then you'd be lying to yourself and everybody else. And what's the point? There'd be no point in doing it. No point.
I'd rather give up my channel than to fake crap.
Yeah. Right. See, because there's really no purpose. You know, it's not a purpose.
Is wrong. Nobody does a baseline reading showing exactly what channels are on the radio in the area that they are producing it first. That's a very good point.
But
right,
I was once told the way to build trust with people is to be brutally honest anyway. Like by me saying, oh, I could do an amazing job at faking, I could go out there and do this and do that. I think that comes across as too honest for my own good, some would say. But I'm just being honest. And like, I'm not like you. I'm not out there to grow my channel. I'm not out there to prove. My channel is a very small thing and I don't really put a lot into it. But the content I do put out, I do want it being hard proof. I want it being hard hitting. I don't want something being mellow. I'm very into fear. I'm very into horror. I love scary shit. I really do. And these
Yeah.
boys know it. And
Yeah.
they know I have a very good understanding of it as well.
Yeah.
And when they sit with me and they watch me edit, they learn as well. But at the same time, they go, "Cough, shit," because I edit the roasts. That's what I do, and I have to change my mindset on that. I'm going, well, we can't make this scary. We got to make it funny.
Funny, right?
So
We could do a little of both.
this is where I say, right, lads, I need your help with this because I need to know how you want this, you know. So they sit with me, and we must sit there. How many hours do we sit there? Eight
God.
8 hours a day, something like that, editing.
Yeah.
God bless you
And
guys.
by
I
the
can't
end of
do
it,
that.
by the end of it, we're all taking paracetamol. We're overdosing.
Yeah, so yeah, I can't do any of that. Hey, Sage. Hello, Sir Wayne. How are you? Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
edit. That's why, yeah, it's raw. It's in your face. If I put something on there, so you guys can see it, that's how I saw it. That
Absolutely.
edited crap is for the birds. Sorry.
Yeah, that's it. Isn't it?
I'm trying to put together just a small little video of an outing I took, at our local zoo, and I'm already pulling my hair out. I'm like, oh God,
Yeah, it
It's
took
just
me a
not
little
stick it
bit.
out there.
It's not easy. You know, you put all that hard work in, and then it
I
just
just
gets
don't, yeah, I
completely
don't have the
ignored.
patience for that.
I'm starting to learn editing now, so hopefully I can, make a difference and take a bit of strain off my brother and catch up with some of the videos because we've got a lot of videos that are coming soon, but it takes a long time to edit, as you well know.
Yeah, just
It's
I'll
not
never win any awards. That's all. I know that for sure.
I've
Mark
just
says,
done 3 days, and all I've got is 5 minutes.
"Oh yeah, see now that ain't happening with me. I got other things to do." Mark says a high magnetic field in the middle of the woodland is weird, regardless. And anyone who says it's not can't handle anything outside of their comfort zone.
Very true.
Yeah.
Yeah, very true.
I know the location he's talking about, and it's absolutely true.
It's bonkers.
Yeah, it's like you have to kind of take people along with you, and if they don't take the offer up or they don't come along, then in my eyes, shut up, keep your opinion to yourself.
Exactly.
That's how I look at it. Right?
If you haven't experienced it, then do one.
Yeah, well,
Right.
you get the opportunity. Mark has invited so many people to the locations that he goes, this will happen and this will happen, and they don't take him up on the offer. They don't go along, but they're quick to just judge.
Right.
So yeah, I know exactly what he's talking about.
Yeah.
when he
Yeah.
does
All right.
This is why I my son Liam has just joined our team.
Oh,
And
wonderful.
as you know, I did Alone in the Dark
We threw him into
at the farm. We threw him in the deep end and said, right, you want to witness something? Go in. You're going alone in the dark in this farm, and we're going to be right up the other end of the road in the car park. I'll give you a walkie-talkie. So you
jeez.
don't.
And we just dumped him in it.
And yeah, he witnessed stuff. And I said, so when we went down and said, right, okay, what did you think? He was shaking.
Oh, I was gonna say, did he come out running and
He was
screaming? And
He was
We were
shaking. He was
reviewing-
petrified.
We were reviewing the
oh,
footage earlier. Just
You know he's watching, going, "Thanks, Dad."
we were,
Yeah.
Thanks for
we were
outing
reviewing
me.
footage earlier when we came into the interview, and
Tell him, don't worry about it, Liam. We've
I'm
all been
shaking.
through that.
Yeah, the whole camera and everything was shaking.
Oh,
Is anybody
Jesus.
here?
It must have been bad. Yeah.
Because he'd heard a few things, and he absolutely, yeah.
he,
did the
he
job.
was amazing, absolutely amazing. He had a real brass kahunas going out on his own.
He's the only one that would offer a spirit a Snickers bar.
Do you want a Snickers?
Why not?
It was brilliant. Thing.
Why not?
Funniest thing.
Wayne has a question. Is there a certain celebrity that you would like to take on an investigation?
Yes. My partner, she has a celebrity in her family, Martin Ford. He was in Fast and Furious 9. He's dubbed to be the most scariest man in Britain.
Oh,
He's like 9 foot and built like a tank. I'd love to take him because it would be amazing to have the most scariest man in Britain be scared.
He's in a lot of films. He's even in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, he's also
Oh,
been,
cool.
He's a big guy.
He's also in a new film that's coming out. Is it David and Goliath? He plays Goliath in the actual film. So I'd like to take Martin forward, to be honest, because I would love to scare the scariest man in the world. That would be hilarious.
Oh, pretty cool.
I would like to take Kieran O'Keefe to the poltergeist house.
Wouldn't that be something?
It would be, yeah.
Oh, it would.
Yeah.
Believe me.
Yeah.
And if anyone wants a reference to where you can find that, is on my channel. It's called Coconut Cake.
Yes.
Believe me, that guy will walk out of that place and he won't know what to say.
You look like Casper the Friendly Ghost, to be so.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's what I would do.
Yeah, that's a good idea. A celebrity that I would take. I don't really have one, to be fair.
You're not going to say like Pamela Anderson or anything like that, were you?
No.
He's got to be careful with what he says, right? Because his
Yeah, his
wife's
wife's
just beside him.
Yeah, she's
Don't
also
wanna get in
watching.
trouble. Careful, she'll stop feeding you.
We all know
Yeah.
you want to
This
take
is why I
Kat
went
Von D
with
along,
the
mate.
easier option, because if I would have said, I don't know, what's her name from Friends? I would have said her. Rachel from Friends. What was her name?
Or Jennifer Aniston.
Jennifer Aniston.
Ah.
Nah, we all know. We all know. Mate, we all know he wants to take Kat Von D, don't he?
Oh, yeah,
I
she's a
do like
hottie.
Kat Von D. I reckon Kat Von D's great.
Just great.
She's a
Oh.
hottie.
She's watching mine.
She
He's
is
got to
hot.
watch. No, he's got to. He can't say anything. Plead the fifth.
Yeah.
Megan has kind of a question. She says,
Oh,
but
here we
how
go.
do you know what you're looking for? The unknown, if you don't know what it is. She says, sorry, I'm high.
Oh my
It's okay,
God.
Megan.
Megan.
Megan, always rely on you, sweetheart.
Always causing trouble.
Well, I would put that
I know what
question
we're
to
looking
her, to be honest, right? Because the truth is, she would probably also find the unknown fascinating.
Yeah.
Yes, you would.
I think once you've had your own personal experience, it kind of gives you a guideline to what you're looking for.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
where we went with Chris the other night, I've never ran from anything in my life. I've always ran towards it.
And we all ran.
And we all ran. And it was the first time
Well,
I actually
I-
shit myself.
I took them to the famous snuff mills. That's where I
Yes.
took them. And I said it was the time of year that stuff would happen. And they went along because they'd never really had any experience there. And, well, yeah,
My word.
I seen Sean was touching cloth, believe me.
My son was begging me to go home.
He was petrified.
Oh, wow.
He had a tear in his eye. He was really upset.
Yeah.
He wanted to go home. He'd seen enough. And it's hard to explain because people are only listening and they're just laughing in their heads
Yeah.
at this. But it's true. Even Ryan was doubtful. Ryan was like, yeah, whatever. I won't run from it. But yeah, he was running from it.
Let's just say Chris was telling me a few bits and bobs of what happened before Haunted Truth when he investigated there. And he said to me, Ryan, be careful, he said, because when you're on that bridge, if you need to run, you ain't going to know which way to go. You're just going to fight for flight. You're going to go for it. And I was like, yeah, I'll be all right. I'll be all right. And then the stuff that happened, I understood why he said it afterwards. And I looked up to Chris and I said, yeah, I get what you're saying now. You know what I mean? You've got to be very careful as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shall I
It's incredible.
Shall I tell him what happened?
I
It
think
might
you
spoil the
should.
video, though. Come on.
Yeah, go on.
So there's a build up to this because of obviously we taunted down there. Ryan taunted, and I told him to carry on. I influenced it. I was just like, taunt. He did it for a while, and it went kind of dense, and I could feel that it was getting there. I don't know. I've been there a lot, so I know how it works. And all of a sudden we could hear a sploosh, and we don't really know what it was, but someone came running down the bridge, and you can see nothing. Even on the cameras, there's nothing chasing us. It's invisible, but there's like footprints on the bridge. It's
Yeah.
really weird.
Wild.
And we went to look at the footprints, and as we stood there, when we went back, a boulder got chucked at us.
Yeah.
I'm not joking.
Small.
I'm not joking.
That's
We're
incredible.
talking something around this big, launched that, and like we're all on camera. And the thing is, you know, it's easy for people.
There's nobody in the area. No one. We're in the
Yeah,
middle of the woods, for God's sake.
But it's easy for people to go, they got someone else there. It's easy. That's the easiest option. But that's up to trust at the end of the day.
Right.
And like we can sit here all day and argue the case and say, no, that's not the case. But those people aren't going to believe it unless they're there, which is why I took these guys, because now they've seen it. And they'll be obsessed to go back there again. I bet you any money.
Oh, I can't wait.
Most definitely.
I cannot wait to go back there.
Most definitely.
But you watch
more cameras.
you watch the Snuff
And a
Mills
hard
video.
hat. Now I know why Mark from Haunted the Truth, wears a hard hat.
He wears a hard hat.
I know why now, because it is ridiculous.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
I do remember him wearing a hard hat.
because stones get thrown, and
Isn't
Dawn
that
and Chris
wild?
had a stone thrown in between them both.
Yes.
Sean saw it
I saw it land.
land, and we've got that on camera.
Yeah.
It does happen. A lot of people are just going to laugh. I don't talk
It's
about
true.
it. I don't
But
talk about it to people because, and I know I'm live now, but I've got these two to verify it, which is different in my view. But stones down in this location do move on there. I don't know why. I don't know how. Mark goes there all the time to try and find out why.
Right.
And he knows-
Oh, I
he
took the
knows-
piss out
Is
of
there a
Mark.
backstory to this location? I mean, is there?
I took
Yeah,
the piss
there is.
out of I took the piss out of Mark, and I said that maybe the stones have got a compound of rubber in them, and it was dropped from the trees from a bat or something. You know, that's how skeptical I was. I was like, "Don't talk crap.
Yeah.
Why are you wearing an hard hat for, you nutter?" Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then we go there, and all of a sudden these stones are coming launching at us. I'm like, "Oh right, oh shit."
Oh shit. It's
Yeah,
true,
you
though.
get nailed with one between the eyes. Like, oh, okay, now I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just it happens, and there's nothing we can do about it. We just think this is how my brain thinks, and believe it or not, people do go down this location and walk through late at night with no torches, or they walk their dog, and I'm there and I'm going, surely these guys must get a stone chucked at them, or they must have something going on.
Or
And
just oblivious.
Mark's quite ballsy, and Mark actually stops them, and he goes, "Excuse me, can I just ask, have you seen any ghosts down here?
He cracks me
Have you
up.
had any paranormal activity happen?" And majority of the time, everyone down there have said, "Yeah." They
Oh,
all get
see?
into it, and they all say they've had something weird.
Being
Which is-
honest. What is the
which is-
backstory of this place? What is the history?
Well, the history, it stems from a story from Elizabeth Somerset. She supposedly fell off her horse whilst down there. We don't know where it happened, but people have said they've seen her. But the main story is the babies in the woods.
Yeah, Royston in June.
There were children that got murdered down there, and there was a known fact that there was a mental asylum right next to this place, and they would escape and go down there, and there was monks living in the caves and doing things down there. And when some of the caves got filled in, some of the monks were inside, that sort of thing. There were loads of horrible stories down there, but the biggest story is the babies in the woods. You can read about it online. We've located the actual house that once stood, so we know where to go, where it's quite active. But the bridge down there at Snuff Mills is the most active location. It's pretty
It's
bad. Yeah, it's mental. I don't really know how to put it in context. I would just say to people, go there yourself.
It's one of those one of
Excuse
those
me.
locations where like you sort of, as you know, as you're walking down this really dark, dingy path to get to the bridge, as you get to a certain point, um,
Changes.
the atmosphere becomes life, and your senses heighten stupidly. You just know that you're not in a good place.
Right. Wow.
Yeah, it's a strange feeling.
Mm.
So
100%.
you're going to go there one day?
Sure.
You should
I'm
definitely
game.
go there outside.
Come down.
I
Yeah,
just don't. I don't fly, so I don't think I'm going to make it. So.
You won't be
But
disappointed.
if I was there, I'd go.
Yeah. There's all these big locations out there, and loads of people have gone to them, or dreamed of going to them. You've got, the ancient Ram Inn in the UK. You've got some really amazing locations, right?
Right.
They're really old, full of history, and a lot of these debunkers have gone to these locations. Nothing's happened, and they just go, "Yeah, nothing happened. It's not haunted." Blah blah blah, or whatever they want to say. But I don't think they're the locations you should really target, to be honest. I think they've been overdone,
I agree with you.
and I think they're drained, and there's nothing given off of them. We've been to these locations, and they don't give anything. So what does that say? I mean, you go to a location that's not really abused, and then you get stuff happen. There's something to say in that. That's what I feel.
I've said it to many people. I wish that, everybody's been to all the famous places. I want you guys to go to places that we don't know about, that nobody has ever done.
that's
It could be just the house on the corner from where you live.
Yeah.
We want to see new things. Like you said, the Ram Inn, everybody, it's overdone. It's just beat to death.
way overdone, and it's not that good there anyway. To be honest, I think that's a cash cow. If you ask me.
Probably.
Are now.
A lot of them are, but
A lot of them are.
Cree
Crease.
Storm, I think it's very possible. So I can see his
Yeah,
question.
we
there.
lost your video there as well.
Yeah, she says, do you think that time might work different? Therefore, when you ask a question, the answer could come 5 minutes later, or 5 hours later, or even 5 days later.
Yeah, it's possible because
Very
obviously we
possible.
don't know how, if there is spirits, how they communicate, how long it takes for them, and how much energy it takes for them to even communicate with us.
Or even what time, kind of
Exactly.
moment in time they're in. I mean, it could be a different dimension. It could be anything like that. So who knows? You could be right.
Right. Roger says, has another team caught evidence at a location you've been to that you wish you had caught yourself?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
A few times. Yeah.
Halfway Farm's one of them. Mark caught the door on camera physically closing, like right in front of him. We did capture that when he was under the stairs, but some people will say, "Well, you didn't have another camera angle. Somebody else could have done that."
No, there's always that with anything.
But Mark caught it on camera right in front of the
Doing it
camera,
itself.
doing it by itself.
And it's a very stiff door, and
Yeah.
the bottom of it goes across some very rough ground, so it's kind of juddery as you pull it.
Not only that,
And when
the
you
door
open
handle
it, you've got
turn
to
it.
turn it and unlock the door to pull it open.
What's that, Chris?
You could hear the door handle turning on that clip.
Yeah.
The door
Yeah.
opened. He basically, he had King Kong's finger hanging out his back garden.
Yeah.
But this was an experience for him because none of us seen it. It was just him and his camera. So that absolutely frightened the living daylights out of him.
Yeah.
I can tell when something scares Mike.
Scared him to death.
Mark, he went white, But
Yeah, that's okay, Creed. Ask all the questions you want, because she says she's never heard of you guys before. And yes, they do have a YouTube channel. I'm sure Candy will put the link in there for you guys. You'd have to check it out. That's why I had them on, because a lot of people haven't heard of them on this side of the world. And I wanted to share them out because their stuff is really great.
Thank you very much.
There is something to look forward to. I will give a little bit of a hint for it. I've got a video coming out. I spend time on my videos, that's what I do, but I got a video coming out, and the title of the video is just Ghosts. and it is probably, Sean and Ryan know this, is probably going to be one of the most biggest, controversial, scariest things you could probably watch in the paranormal. I'm going to expose pretty much everything I've seen and
Yeah.
go in depth to the things I haven't really shown and give a backup towards everything
Yeah.
that I think is paranormal. Also go into a few little other details on why the paranormal could die if we're not careful. Here's one thing, and this is scary, but we have had locations contact us asking us to investigate their location based on a haunting, and we can do it for free if we want. They won't charge us, but they want exposure.
Yeah.
And when you say, how many people have you had come here? And they go, oh no, you guys are the first. We kind of think to ourselves, right, this is a massive, dangerous bandwagon. Are people getting on the idea of having a claim of their location being haunted so they can deliberately put out a price tag on it?
We went to that certain
Right.
place, didn't we?
Yeah.
Not saying any names, and it was
invited.
an absolute load of rubbish.
Yeah, we got invited by a couple, and they claimed that it was super haunted, and we debunked every single thing within a couple of hours, and ended up leaving because it was an absolute.
Yeah, we locked up for them and we left.
Wow.
There's many locations getting on it now.
Oh,
They-
yeah.
They know there's a business in it, and it's a cash business, which is what they like, right?
My haunted hotel. That's a perfect example. We went there. We paid to go there. Me, Sean, and my sister, and it was an absolute load of tosh. It was rubbish.
Yeah, Ryan even, well, he went mental at the doll that's supposedly in the case and nothing. We got left there. The guys that own the place went home
They locked us in
and left us in the hotel on our own. And we worked that place all night, and there was absolutely soddle.
No, it was crap.
They weren't interested in making a video with you, were they?
No.
They weren't
As soon as
interested.
they knew we were
And-
YouTubers, they were very shocked, and they were like, "Oh,
As soon as we come in with this, we didn't realize you were YouTubers." Well, yeah.
We're here to see if your place is haunted.
Even two of the other girls that turned up, they ended up going home as well
because they were too scared.
They were supposed to stay the night.
There's a lot about my haunted hotel they don't show. You know, they're not going to show the boring parts or all the times of the nights that nothing
But you
happens.
can't expect to go and buy another place and go, "Oh, this is haunted too. Please pay money to come in and
exactly."
Because that's
Right.
exactly what we've done.
That's a business.
My haunted hotel.
Yeah, I was on that train with a bunch of other people trying to pick them apart. It's hard to do it though when you're not actually there.
Thing is, when there are TV series as well, they've got the lawyers to kick your ass if you do try anything.
Oh yeah.
My haunted hotel, free skelly.
Free skelly, yeah.
Free skelly.
Sophia has a question. She wants to know your thoughts on the stone tape theory.
I think it's a thing. I believe it.
I do as well. As I said about the electrical energy,
there-
when
there-
you die, it's got to go somewhere.
The stone tape theory
Into buildings, isn't it?
has a hidden sort of fact in it as well, because some of the materials that were used on the building trades many years ago, they would have compounds of tape in the cement. And so the same material that was used in VHS tapes were in the cements. And I mean, these particles are what helps record onto VHS tapes. So that was used in the brickwork. Whether that has anything to do with anything, but the stone tape theory, I believe, is a thing. I 100% stand by it. I believe that moments in time can replay, and I've seen it. I have seen it. I've heard it as well. When people say I've heard, a horse or a gunfire and things like that, when it repeats and you hear it again, it's definitely a thing. It just is.
Yeah.
We don't go overboard with the timing. You need to be like Mad Mark from Haunted Truth. to do that sort of thing. He's the kind of guy that sits there with a clipboard and goes, right, that happened at that time, and that
Yeah,
happened at that time. Right? But no one
that's
really
the
does
way to
that.
do it.
No one
Cree
does
says,
that.
yeah, the problem is that channel like yours are not shouted out enough.
Very
If you
true.
all talk about is twin paranormal files and such, then that's all people know. That's because they're the ones that they get all the shout outs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And yet they're the biggest fakers going on this planet.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Go and watch our roast on them.
Yeah, I can't watch those guys. They make my head
Pinky
want to
does love the
explode.
race. I give
Yeah,
her
Pinky loves the roast.
that.
And
Okay.
Crystal is joining us. Hi, Crystal. Crystal wants to know, are any of you my real dad?
Always asking that question, Crystal.
not the last time I looked, but
Well,
you know.
Sean's been about, I think.
Aha.
Thanks, brother.
That's because he's got
I love you too.
It's all right, mate. I know you'll get me back. So yeah,
Hi,
don't worry,
Leanne.
don't-
Welcome. Yes, Crystal's in there mixing it up,
It's
trying to
It's
find her
normally Megan
daddy.
that does that. Megan's really good at that.
Let's see. And Vince says, yes, I enjoy simple truth, intelligent, non-fakery, and real. Yeah, that's what we're all here for.
Exactly,
I think-
exactly, Naomi.
Conversing and sharing
100%.
stories and sharing video footage is amazing in the community. Today, I had a message off of Paranormal on the Go. They wanted me to check a video out that they had captured something weird on their screen, and it was like a light source or something going past their heads. And I was looking and I was going, do you know what? This is what people want to see. This is what they want to see. So yeah, that's a great catch. Put it on there. Don't over debunk it, but leave it up to people to make their minds up, because
That's exactly what
everyone's
we do.
different.
Right.
Everyone's different, you know.
Right.
Unless it's concrete of what it is, then it could be just unknown. You just leave it like that.
If we find something that we can't understand, we let our community make their own minds up on it.
Yeah.
You know,
That's the way to do it.
I don't make decisions with our channel without asking the community either. I put a poll in. You know,
Yeah.
they're
That's
they're
the wonderful
important at the end
practice.
of the day. They are the channel.
Right. Exactly. Piggy says, I think that it is great that smaller channels are working together and helping each other. Yeah, that's how we get to where we are.
Yeah.
You've got to help each other. We all don't know everything. So we're all learning together.
Yeah.
Cree has another question. She says, why do you think debunkers don't shout out channel like yours? I honestly think if more channels that are really investigating were called out, more people would flock to your channels.
We're not gonna bring those
It's because they're scared, because they'll get found out that they're fake, and they'll lose all that credibility and all that.
Guys, we
I've
got
been
to be
shouting
truthful
at
here,
my
right?
so.
Yeah, we have been.
Beardo Gets Scared has mentioned Sean and Ryan's channel. He has mentioned them, and he has sort of joined their lives and stuff. There is that network going on, but he's a busy guy. But in terms of why debunkers don't shout out the smaller channels, their channel ain't going to grow by doing that.
Right.
That's how I see it. I mean, they target the biggest story, and the biggest story at the minute is that comedian Matt Reeves buying this doll.
Oh, the
passing
Warren
away.
Museum.
These are the stupid biggest stories out there, and they're covering this, and they're playing off of the negativity about it. But let's be honest, you know, like if you avoid that, it wouldn't exist. Just boycott it. I don't comment on these things. I don't really post any videos on it. I cannot be asked. I really can't. I just want to focus on what I'm doing. And I don't expect to be called out, and I really don't expect to be liked even. I just enjoy conversing and networking, working with these two. I still work with Mark, even though I'm not part of Haunted the Truth. I still work with him. We still backwards and forwards talk with ideas and where we can go and share locations.
Yeah.
And it's a nice little community, and I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
You know, but that's how it should be.
Yeah,
Right.
that's how it should be.
Right. And like I said, just helping each other out.
You know, helping each other and helping each other grow is the biggest part of what we do.
Right. Hi, Steph. Welcome, welcome. It's okay. Lurk away. She's still working. It's time to go home. Tell them you have to leave. Let's see here. Tammy says, Chris, Sean, Ryan, and Mark give some great advice and are so helpful. I really do appreciate them.
Thank you very
We
much,
appreciate
Tammy.
you too, Tammy.
Tammy, she's amazing.
She's amazing, amazing lady.
She's
Yeah.
lovely.
Wonderful.
She's very gifted. She's got a lot of talent.
Yeah,
Oh, she got talent. The stuff that she creates is amazing.
Yeah, she's very creative.
Wonderful. Oh, yeah.
But most of these people, they don't have channels, do they? They don't really want
A
to
lot of
do-
them don't. So it's it's hard when people are creative because I mean I know you guys know I do a magazine for the community and it's a digital magazine. It's free. I pay for it all myself. And I always ask everybody, please send in your stories, send in your artwork, send in, your photographs, send in whatever you want so I can fill the pages and
Yep.
share it with everybody. That's why it's called a community magazine. I want the community to put into it. So it's out every month, and so you guys send your stuff in, send it in so I can share it. I try to keep up with all I always give shout outs and ads for smaller channels and all that stuff. So yeah, it's important that we share what we do, just to get us out there.
yeah. I mean, where it comes to I'm not really bothered what people think of our channel or anything like that. If they enjoy it, then go ahead and enjoy it. If you don't, then don't bother.
It's nice.
Yeah,
It's nice to be liked.
It's nice to
for
be
what we
liked,
do,
of
and
course.
how straightforward we are.
It's not so much about being liked; it's about being appreciated.
Yeah.
That it's real.
Yeah.
It's real footage. It's not
But there
crap.
are channels that have quit, and that's also sad. There's channels that has got to them. Jason from Haunted Sessions, his channel's gone.
Yeah,
he's gone.
Oh boy,
It's a shame because people lose faith in it. They lose hope. They see the negative side too much, and they're right. They're right about it, 100% right, but they don't want to deal with that, and they're gone.
Yeah.
But what can you do? You can't make everyone happy. Can't please everyone. I just say you've got to avoid anything. When we get negative comments on our channels, I'll make a judgment on it, and I'll know if it's a troll. So I will troll the troll. That's what I'll do. I'll troll the troll, and then I'll go, "You're Ryan. Here's one for you," and he'll troll the troll, right? And because that's what I can do, I can do that. The saying is, you can't heckle a heckler, right? But then there's constructive criticism, and I'm up for that. I will just go, yeah, thanks for your comment. Not a problem if that's how you feel. Raddy, and leave it at that. But apart from that, I don't really get caught up in any of the other negative parts of YouTube. I try
9
not to.
times out of 10, we do warn people in the beginning of the video.
We pre-warn them. We say, look, if you don't like it, then we don't care.
Yeah,
Watch something else. Why are you watching us if you don't like it? Go
right, go somewhere else. Exactly.
Take care then. See ya.
Mate, some of our warnings, aren't they, right? They've been bad. It's more the case of like, if you're still reading this, then just know we don't give a shit.
There you go. Bottom line. You just tell them, thanks for stopping in.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like some of the trolls, they go, oh yeah, this is fucking rah rah rah, blah blah blah, and you're like, thank you. Thank you for making our algorithm, that little bit wavier.
All right. One time I had a show going on and I got hit with like 60 trolls all at once.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, well.
Got nothing better. He got nothing
Keyboard
better.
Poor mods. And I think, they did a fantastic job. But all I said was, well, hey, thanks for the click. Thanks for the view.
They live at home with their mummies. Making
I'm not here to, because it was one guy that we did a show on that the guy's a bit of a loon, had some bolts loose. And I think they all came from his channel and, did a raid. And I'm like, whatever. It's the way it is. Crease asked a question. Do you think that people's belief system get in the way of whether something is paranormal or the skepticism that anything at all happened, even if they can't tell you what something is? I think so
I
sometimes.
think that does happen
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, and I think people are scared to believe what they don't understand.
Yeah. They're easy to dismiss something that they can't explain.
It's easier to
Yeah.
dismiss it. Yeah, I think.
It's brainwashing, isn't it? What it is. It's brainwashing. When
Yeah.
there's a group of people that are very highly skeptical on something, and you get paranoid about having an opinion on it or a difference, so you just join and just you end up forgetting about it. It didn't happen then, you know.
Yeah.
It's not fair. It's not nice. I mean, and someone's gonna actually come at you and go, look, this is dust, not a ghost. This is how it looks. This is how it works. Take your camera, put it on night vision, take your pillow and bash it, and you will see dust particles, and you'll know what a dust particle looks like, so you can tell the difference between a light orb and a dust particle. And like that's that's constructive. But to just say, I don't know why you ghost hunt because ghosts don't exist, narrow-minded,
Very.
Yeah. And Mark says, "Who runs and
world's
screams
bigger
out
than
of
all
snuff
of us.
mills?"
He does.
He does. He does. They called you out, Mark. They said that you ran too.
Yes, he did.
Ghosts are evil because
He didn't just run; he had a panic attack.
Oh yeah. That's, let's see. Wiz says, I would imagine if someone was brought up that ghosts are evil, because only good souls go to heaven, and you experience something paranormal, would you likely think it's evil or demonic?
Well, if people were brought up to believe that, then yeah, I suppose they would believe that, wouldn't they? Obviously, that's not the case.
But where it comes to, I believe, where it comes to the paranormal, there is not enough evidence of proving either or either.
Or you could just look at the marketing around it. Everything's spooky. Everything's scary.
But the thing is, if something's haunted, people seem to think they need to go in the night time. If it's haunted, it's day and
haunted.
night. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter when.
Yeah. But if you look at the marketing
I
around
only go to night time because there's less noise pollution.
when
Yeah.
we talk about ghosts, we're talking about them as if it's something scary, something bad, It's a big marketing system, isn't it? It sells. Everyone wants the buzz. If we looked at spirits and ghosts as something that is normal and just you shouldn't be scared of it and it's okay, would it be that appealing? I think, the way it is works because we all search for that natural high, and that high is that buzz of seeing something that does creep us out and does make our skin crawl. That's why we do it.
Yeah.
That mystery of the unknown.
Yeah.
Sandra says that I have seen the clip, and I must admit that I have not seen them all running so fast with sonic speed and white as a ghost.
Yeah, she's all about. She's all. Oh yeah, I showed the wife the clip from Snuff Mills.
They all had a load in their shorts, didn't they, Sandra?
Yeah, I needed a wheelbarrow, and that was very, very unusual for me.
Well, my clip is a disaster because I was filming on my camera, and all you can hear is the boulder being chucked towards us, and then my camera just shuts off.
Don't you love that?
So I'm like, Brian, I hope you got that. And he was like, yes, brother. I shit myself so much that I turned my camera off.
Oh, no, mine shut off on its own. But you were thinking, all right, I'm out of here. Shut the camera. Let's get the hell out of here.
I don't even know how I did it. Because you can hear it land, and then we go, oh, well, you will run. Sean goes, oh my God.
And I start laughing.
I go,
fuck.
and then my camera goes off.
poor Liam got rugby barged out of the way by me. Over the bridge and landed in the drink. You know what I mean?
Jeez. Hey, get that kid out of the way. I'm coming
Yeah, he
through.
was like, Uncle Roy, you almost drowned me. And I was like, what are you talking about? I just want to get out of there. Like,
How's it going, Ace? Thanks for joining us. Yeah, this is everyone for themselves. Sorry.
oh yeah. It was like
Let's see.
a fight or flight sort of mode with us. When it was gone. all of
Tammy
it
says,
was
I can't forget Chris getting hit in the ass too.
that was hilarious. That was hilarious.
It was nothing to do with me.
He was
All I
sick.
did was-
Chris,
All I did was fart on you, Sean.
and he punched him in the ass.
He punched him in the
No, he punched me. He punched me in the colon. It went through.
Hit dead center, huh?
Yeah. And God, yeah, if you hadn't seen the size of Sean's fist, Sean, put your fist up like that, mate.
He got fisted. Yep. That's
Hang on,
bad
hang on.
news.
Comparison. Put this one up.
It's a fucking sledgehammer.
Look at the size
God.
of his fist.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't think I have one that in my
But
ass. It's
they
nuts.
Yeah.
Steph has a question. She says, do they believe that animals can sense spirit? If so, have they ever used a dog or would be willing to use a dog to help in an investigation?
I believe they do.
I have a collie, Chase. He's a Welsh collie, and I have been thinking about bringing him
Taking
along
him, yeah.
to a location, but I want to make sure it's totally and utterly safe first. I don't want to bring him into a dangerous situation.
I believe dogs and animals
But
can sense spirits.
My
Believe it.
Chase can even sense when my wife has a low blood sugar. You know, he's saved her life a few times also.
But yeah, I believe cats, dogs definitely sense
Yeah.
stuff.
When me and Mark went to the poltergeist house, the owner of that house had a dog, and that dog, even Mark will say the same thing. The dog knew where it was. The dog was staring at certain places,
Yeah.
was fearful, shaking.
Yeah.
I believed it from that moment onwards because whatever was in that house was just not normal. It wasn't normal at all.
Oh,
And
boy.
even, you know, Mark still talks about the dog reacting now, even today, and we did this years ago. You know, so I do believe that that is a thing, and I would take a dog along. The problem is, like, you can't do everything. Do you know what I mean? You can't do
Right.
everything. You can't film and hold a torch, you know, converse with other people, look after your dog. You can't do everything, you know. It's very difficult to manage all that. I mean, if you wanted to take your dog, you go with like someone who's willing to help out with stuff. In my eyes, because you know you've got to be focused on what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Well, I like to be anyway. I like
Right.
to be very focused.
See, Chase is fine off the lead. He'll stay with me. He doesn't run off or anything like that. He's very
Mm.
good.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I know there's a few people that do bring their animals. I think it can be a help because they might pick up on something that you're not sensing.
I think not just that,
Sure.
obviously, because they say it's man's best friend, the dog. I think that if you have a dog there, you feel as if you've got a certain amount of protection with them as well.
Right. Wiz says, I
So
think there
you-
are too many people who have stories of personal experiences that they can't explain for the paranormal not to be true. Exactly. Why
Yeah.
would we all have these experiences?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, it's true.
Thanks, Mark, for sending me the history on Snuff Mills, because actually I'd like to add that to the magazine for next month. It sounds really interesting.
There was
Yeah.
a point where I had a troll, and he said, "Oh, I reckon you're fake. You capture something every week. Rah 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 rah." I went, "But what you don't know," and I've explained, and I've even explained to Beardo, and Chris bollocks me on it, is that when I do go to certain locations and nothing happens, I throw the whole episode in the bin because I thought, well, there's nothing that's going to happen, so why do people want to watch it?
Yeah, wasted.
You know? So I have literally thrown hundreds of episodes in the trash, literally because of that reason.
Wow.
We've all done that though, Sean. We've all
Yeah.
done that. Mark
I
has
just don't see the
Mark
point.
has
There.
Mark has about probably 15 to 16 episodes that are just useless, and he's just done nothing with them because it is just boring. In other words, you've got to remember on YouTube we're making content.
Right.
We're making content. So what is content? It's entertainment. No matter what it is, we're trying to, in some way, keep people's focus on something. No one's going to sit around and watch 2 hours of someone
Of
sat
nothing.
doing nothing.
Right. You're right.
Exactly.
Who's going to watch that? That's my brain saying that. So it's up to us as the content creators to keep people
Oh my
engaged.
God.
Should I read that one out loud, guys, or not?
Crystal. Oh my days.
Brilliant, Crystal.
Crystal. Crystal wants to know.
Would you like to investigate my back?
Area. It's
It's
behind a
in the
bushy front.
bushes.
Oh my days.
That's brilliant.
Crystal, you're corrupting all of us.
Crystal and Megan are corrupt ones in our community.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
But we wouldn't have it any other way.
Oh God, it's so funny. Pinky says, do you think that the spirits that live in the haunted building could get sick of all the ghost hunters and so they don't do anything because they are just over it?
I reckon they could, yeah.
I think so.
I think so. I think something
Yeah.
could be overworked, and
It's-
they
the
either
location
move on
can
or
be-
they just don't bother.
I mean, look
It
at
can just be dried up and die, you know, like that's it. The over abused is the word.
look at the ancient Ramen, for instance. I think that place is well overdone.
Gosh,
Oh,
yeah, but
way
mate,
overdone.
she's making some serious money.
Yeah, I
mind
think it's
you.
well overdone. I mean, we visited there and we slept on the floor in the most haunted place in
thank you,
England,
dear.
or one of them. And I had a great night's sleep. It was amazing. I woke up fresh as a daisy, mate. Not a problem not a care in the world. And
Well,
we
yeah,
have
nothing.
to.
I don't want to disregard the place. The place did display some weird things when I went there with Mark. The problem is you have to pay a lot of money to get in.
Yes.
And then I'll be honest now. She films, I think her name's Caroline. She films every single room. 24-hour surveillance, right?
Yes.
So I'm there and I'm thinking in my head, well, she's had people like TGF Bro going in there. Come on. TGF Bro, if you've never seen them, they're a piss-taking channel. They love to mess around. You can't take them serious at all. You wouldn't take them serious. This is a guy who put his head in a microwave and cemented himself in there.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
These are the people she allowed in there. Now, if you went to her and said, look,
Nice.
they caught some weird stuff happen in this building as well, like a bell ringing on its own and all this type of stuff. But if you ask her, can we see that footage? She won't let you see it.
No.
And I'm thinking, if her place is so damn haunted, why don't she release real footage from her CCTV footage?
Exactly.
Get more people in. It'll draw a lot more
Absolutely.
attention.
Exactly.
You can make a bloody TV series out of it.
Yeah, she could.
Wow.
You
Thank
know?
you, Roger, for joining us. We really appreciate it. Get some sleep. Don't be late tomorrow.
Thank you, Roger.
He's got to catch a train in the morning, guys.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Well, what is your opinion about 30 East Drive?
Okay,
We-
can I answer this one?
We are going there next year.
Can I answer,
Oh, great.
please?
We are, yeah. Well, Sean's due to go there. He's going to be going there. I think I was coming along. I'm not too sure.
Oh, that's Jamaica in
Yeah, we're doing
the 8th of.
Yeah, Jamaican and yeah.
I
Very-
think
Very East.
I think 30
think-
East
I
Drive
think-
is an absolute bag of horse manure. Right?
There you go.
I cannot wait to go there because the guy that owns the place lives next door, right, surprise, surprise.
Right.
And everything always happens in there. And I would love to debunk the crap out of that place because I reckon it's fake.
Is that true? The guy who lives next door, he owns it.
Apparently so.
Yeah.
I mean, I reckon it's fake. It's another cash cow. The guy's making mints of money off of it. He's got people queuing out the door to go and see it.
Well, you've got to look at the backstory though. So the backstory,
the backstory is amazing.
there was a movie created on that location.
There was, yeah.
Also, Most Haunted did the most horrific hoax there out of every type of thing you could watch. That was the location where Carl got pulled up the stairs and he
By a
got
rope.
wire on him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just thinking, well, that's not really a great history, is it? It's really not.
I don't
So,
believe it.
yeah, it's not.
Until we go there next year, I'm sorry, I don't believe it.
You don't believe in it, even though like the Ouija brothers have been there,
I don't believe it.
and you don't believe it would happen to them there at all.
Unless I experience something there when we go there, and I can truly say, "Wow, now I believe."
I did have an
Fair enough.
opinion on
I
that.
don't believe 30 East Drive has got anything in it.
I posted an opinion
wrong.
on my channel.
Okay, I'm
about
wrong,
there.
but we'll soon find out.
You got to go to a place multiple times before you can really definitively say, yeah, there's something paranormal here, or no, there's not.
Exactly.
Right.
Put it this way: if the rumors are true and things can get pushed down those stairs, don't put the bloody pram right next to the edge.
Yeah.
Because gravity will take
It's
over.
right up the back, so it's got to be pushed.
Yeah, you just keep it back from the edge, even if it's just like, a foot. It don't matter, just not on the edge. You don't put it on the edge because no one's gonna believe that. There's always gonna be a doubt,
Exactly, because you could
You
always
don't
walk
set up a
up
trigger
there,
object on the edge of something, do you? You don't do that because if something does happen, you're just gonna say gravity or it was on the edge.
or
Yeah.
Ouija brothers, they could have known that.
or the wood swelling in the house when it cools down on the evening, which makes the floorboards shrink, which then pushes the buggy down the stairs.
There's all sorts of reasons for whatever could happen, dude. And I don't want to be negative towards it. The Ouija brothers, they've done a good job at where they've got, but you would
Right.
think they would know that. You would think that they're
Absolutely.
experienced.
I think I want to. Well, we're going there, so when we go there, I'm going to be skeptical with that one, but I hope I'm wrong.
Well, yeah, you'll have to wait and see what happens to you, and see if you can.
I think it's always best to be skeptical of every new place you go to in any way.
Right.
Until you get that proof or you experience something.
All right.
Yeah.
Steph wants to know: have you ever caught someone set up at a location and think that they could fool you?
Yes, we have. We let that member of the team go.
Oh wow!
When we first started, we had a team member called Paul, and we caught him doing things that he shouldn't have been doing to try and create noise, and we let him go.
We give him the boot.
Yeah, we let
That
him go.
exactly the same night.
We won't put up with that.
Wayne wants to know, why do you think a lot of paranormal teams get their backup when they get debunked?
Because they're probably fake.
Yeah.
I think that's a bit of a
And
hard.
they've been caught out. You're not going to be able to be debunked if you didn't fake it in the first place.
Exactly.
But Sean, some people get called fake without any proof.
True.
And
I'm not saying that debunkers get it right every time. I'm not saying that.
And
Right.
I
Everybody
think
makes mistakes.
I think life practices comes into play there. Usually guilty people will get their back up when they're caught out, when they're accused, because they're guilty of it. That's a fact of the matter. I think as human beings, we're all capable of lying. That's one thing we've got in common. We're all capable of it. And that's where the trust disappears all the time. because it's, you know, there's not a single person out there who can say, "Oh, I'm 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 not capable of lying at all." That's a bullshit statement. The closest I've ever come to that is meeting Mark Pontin from Haunted Truth. That guy doesn't like to lie at all. I've seen him in a state over anything that is questioned his beliefs anyway, but for different reasons. But if people are going to get their back up from being called fake, I think they got to have the proof ready to go, the raw footage ready to show and say, this is why it's not.
Right.
If they haven't got
Absolutely.
that, or they're not willing to show it, then they got to take the stick. I'm sorry, they just have to.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Sage wants to know, have you had people try and fake things when you were investigating? I think, yeah,
Yes.
they answered, they said they
Yeah,
let the
oh,
person go.
before.
I haven't. I've never really come across it.
Oh, and we
But,
give him the boot.
you know,
That's a shame. And what did they think? You weren't going to figure it out?
Luckily, we were still young, quite a young channel. And we just will not wear any kind of fakery at all, not within our team or out of the team for that matter. So, you know, that very same night he did what he did, he got the boot big time. And he was told about himself.
Wow.
We won't put up with fakery or trickery from anybody. Like, we're not out to be fake or trickery or trick anyone, because we don't want to be tricked ourselves. We want
Well-
to see something real. Do you know what I'm
Well,
saying?
if we faked things, it would be lying to ourselves,
And what's
not
the point of
just
getting out of bed?
everybody else.
Right. And then if you have somebody on the team that does that kind of practice, then it looks bad for the whole team.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Exactly.
So he had to go that
The
same
trust
that
is broken.
same hour.
Right. Hi, Tina. Welcome. Yeah, the trust is broken with your community, so you might as well forget it.
Exactly.
yeah, you're right there.
Yeah, he didn't even finish the investigation. He was out.
Wow. Well, good for you. I wouldn't have put up with that either. Sage wants to know, what is the craziest investigation you've been on?
Woodchester.
Sorry?
She wants to know, what is the craziest investigation that you have been on?
Mine has got to be Woodchester Mansion. This place, I won't go back to. I refuse. I don't care if they paid me £1 million. I still wouldn't go back to this place.
Oh, wow. That
I
sounds
had-
interesting.
I had something happen there that changed my mind on everything forever.
Mate, for $1 million, I'd make you. I'd drag you.
You wouldn't have a chance. I'll be kicking and screaming and biting.
Nah,
and
mate, me
scratching
and Sean
at
would just dump you in the boot and we'll take you there.
They just knock you out for a little while and you wake up
If you did
there.
that, Chris, they'd probably have to call the fire engine because I burned the place down. I would get myself out of there. I'm telling
I'd be
you.
like, right, we could
Never go back to that place.
right, we
That
could go
good,
to,
huh?
We could go to
Oh my
fucking
God.
Thailand, mate. No.
Right, I'm not supposed to say things like that, but I'd be getting out of there. Trust me.
Wow.
Never again.
Mate,
These
$1
guys
million.
know why, and if you've seen the video, you'll know why. And that completely changed my mindset on
That's a private.
everything.
That's on private video.
On everything to do with paranormal. I've got a massive respect for it now, where before I never did.
Mine's always going to be the Poltergeist house. Can't mention the owner's name, but also it's always going to be a Snuff Mills job for me, and a place called Barragurney.
I think for me it's Halfway Farm, and that weird thing line works that I just cannot for the life of me explain. And I even showed Mark it, and he couldn't explain that himself.
And we're definitely going to go back there. Definitely.
It was weird. I'd never seen anything like it in my life.
Amazing experiences. Tammy says, the scariest thing that I've encountered is being scratched by a hellhound. I could smell my own flesh burning. Oh, Tammy.
Ooh, nice.
That doesn't sound like a really great experience.
It's not.
Wow.
It's not a great experience. I can assure you.
Right? Yeah, Ryan can probably relate to you there, Tam.
Yeah.
A little
So
bit.
have you guys actually been touched during an investigation?
Ryan has.
I have.
I haven't.
I've been pushed. Like me and Mark have been pushed together at the same time, and we were nowhere near each other. That was weird. That moment freaked us both out because we both went forward at the same time. So I've been pushed. I never thought that was a possibility. I thought, nah, there's no way people can get touched. And it can, you can. It can happen.
Wow. Okay, Ryan, that I had a request that you need to speak a little closer to the mic.
Sorry.
Normally, he's got the biggest mouth of us all.
So squeeze him a little bit so he talks a little louder. So, okay, Cree has a question. She says, do you think that covering the bigger channels so much is a double-edged sword? You show something you think might be fake, but you also bring light to that channel.
Yes, you shouldn't be doing it. That's my view.
Yeah.
Just avoid them, boycott them. No one share any news or nothing. And those channels will slowly fade. You just make a bigger deal out of the real channels, the channels that deserve the spotlight. Make the bigger deal. I'd rather watch a video being done on, on the channels that need help, the channels that deserve the help. I don't want to watch these, these bigger channels. I'm not interested in them. And I'm not interested in their negative drama. I'm not interested in it. It doesn't interest me. I have no care
Drama seems to sell the
no care for it at all. Like,
drama seems to sell the biggest on YouTube.
Oh God, yes, I can't stand it.
As soon as they fake something, it is jumped on by thousands, and it's ridiculous. And then you get us who go out and we put real stuff and real footage up, and it gets a couple of hundred views if you're lucky. Do you know what I mean? And then all these bigger channels get the whole clout for everything, and yet we have outed some of them, and people have seen our roast, and people have seen how fake they actually are.
Right.
That really annoys me. People like that. I can't stand people who fake stuff for money and clout.
Well, I think more of it now is I've noticed it's a trend. It's more drama-based channel than a paranormal channel.
Yes, absolutely.
And I just, let's get back to business, And you can find my email on my page, honey. If you want to send something in, just send it to my raw paranormal email.
You've got to remember, right? YouTube is a business. So YouTube does not care whether something is fake or real. What YouTube does is go, right, the algorithm is great here, no matter what it is.
Yep.
Yeah,
and that's what kills the rest of us.
And that's going to make us some money. Happy days. And then this team's only got 100 videos. Nah.
Oh my goodness, Moon. She just mooned us all. I don't think she realized it. Poor dear. She's gonna see you later. Hi, James. Oh, that was funny. Oh, geez. Let's see. Sandra says, we do what we love to do. That's it. And we have an amazing community and are blessed to share with them all. That's why we all do it. What we all do it for our own answers. You're exactly right. That's the whole reason.
Yeah, she is.
And if we can get a little extra on the side to help us keep going, that's a blessing.
I'm just here to create content and to share it with open-minded people that appreciate what we are trying to do. And to be honest with you, our community are amazing. They're really supportive and they are amazing people.
Yeah, they are. They're absolutely.
And that's who we enjoy making our content for, and not only for them but for ourselves.
Yeah,
that's what it really matters. Nothing else matters. I don't care about other people's opinions, their negativity and stuff like that, because it means nothing. At the end of the day, as long as we are true to ourselves and our community, nothing else matters.
Exactly. Good morning, Sarah Peachy. Thanks for joining us. Mark says, I've had people on lives troll and say they don't like it. And then an hour later, they say, just end the live now. And I sit there thinking, why are you still here? Some people are weird. Oh, it's because they like to harass everybody.
Yeah. You get some twisted people out there. You get people out there that go right down to even start stalking and stuff like that. It's absolutely crazy. There's some crazy people out there.
Yeah, there's some weird people. There really is. I've met some very interesting characters. Pinky says, ever since I started watching Bristol and joined in their live streams. I have felt so very welcomed. Y'all are a lovely group of people.
We appreciate every single one of you, especially you, Pinky. But yeah, we appreciate every single one of
Yeah.
our community. As
Yeah.
we say, if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be sat here right now creating the content that we do.
I wasn't even going to have a YouTube channel, to be fair. I was just going to do it for myself.
Right. Well, yeah, because
Right.
I never thought about doing this. And then when I was going out doing a lot of investigations.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
I've been on hundreds of investigations before I had a YouTube channel.
right. Same
You know.
here. And after a while, when I was forced into retirement, I thought, well, what the hell? Might as well start a YouTube channel up. And I always had it. I just never did anything with it.
And
I
we
figured,
just
well,
thought that other people would enjoy watching what we capture, and
right.
that's that, Just, and at first I was sticking it up, and it was over an hour long because I was sticking everything up all on one video. Instead of cutting down all the boring bits and everything, I was leaving everything in. I had no idea how to edit. I taught myself.
I looked at YouTube as just a platform. That's all it is. Just a platform to just be noticed, and it really made me hate YouTube when I first started. What I'm about to say. So when me and Mark did try and converse, and we tried to, integrate ourselves into the community and try and interact with people, we did try and talk to some of the big channels, some of the bigger channels that are, like 40 to 50k subscriptions.
Yeah.
And none of them replied. None of them.
No, they don't.
They
And
put you in a category, don't they? Do you know what I mean? Like
they
you're a
just
low channel.
Whether it's ego or it's a statement or a growth tactic, I don't care. But me and Mark, we both said we don't want to be like that. Even if we got big, we always want to interact with smaller channels.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I've been through that. I've invited a lot of the big guys on, and I've never gotten a response. So, and I give them a 3. It's a 3 chances you get. Third chance, then it's it. You're done. I'm not going to beg somebody to come on the show and talk about their channel.
It's embarrassing, isn't it? It's really embarrassing on us as human beings.
I just look at it this way. Okay, well, you don't like me or whatever, or you got your reason, fine. But I'm not going to beg somebody to come on here.
Well, they start acting like
no.
That's the problem. You get these channels like let's use an example. Ghost Theory. They won't commute with you. They won't talk to you. They're not interested. Yeah. They're acting like celebrities.
What they're interested in is their money they're making.
Do you know what? We've actually had, without mentioning names, a certain channel who wouldn't even speak to us in the beginning when we were a really low channel. Then when we actually got monetized, they started to come into our videos, our lives, saying, "Oh, you're great. I'd love to work with you," and all that sort of stuff. And we just stuck our middle finger up at them and said, "You got no chance. We'll never work with you because you weren't interested in the beginning when we were starting out.
Exactly.
Because we were such a low channel, you wouldn't give us the time of day. And now all of a sudden you want to know us. Nah, mate, it don't work like that. Sorry."
Exactly. I agree with
Burn
you.
your bridge. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Mystic, honey, I hope your headache goes away soon. Thank you for hanging out with us. Yeah, that's the way it is.
Paracetamol, Mystic.
Hi, Mariah. How's it going? Yeah, it's a shame because everybody's talking about para-unity. I'm sorry, I don't see it happening until everybody grows up.
Exactly.
Put the egos on the shelf. Be able to be criticized. You're on YouTube.
We're all here to do we're all here to do the same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's the same.
A fake side. All the real channels are here to do the same thing. We should support each other no matter how big or small you are.
Right. Yeah, we're all the same. Same thing with the lying. I'm almost 60 years old. I have no reason to lie about anything.
We're all the same. And you know what really, really gets my back up is like the mods will take over the channel once the channel peaks. Like a lot of the time, and I'm probably going to get some stick for this now, but there are Discords out there that you can join on certain channels, even debunking channels, and the owner of the channel won't commute. They won't talk to you.
Yeah.
They won't interact. They haven't got time, or whether it's an ego trip, I don't know. But I think it's sad, and it's not very nice, you know.
Right. Yeah. No, I've been through that too. Yep. Wayne says some people just like to watch, to hear the stories and see inside the buildings. Yeah, that's true. I get it. Entertainment. They're after entertainment because I watch some of the fakers too because I think they're funny. I know
Yeah.
everything they put out there is garbage, but it's funny. But to not even, associate yourself with, your everyday common person just because you think you're bigger than they are is ridiculous.
Yeah,
They all started at the bottom just like the rest of us.
absolutely.
We're all human. Do you know
That's
what I mean?
right.
Every single one of us were made by God or whatever you believe. Do you know what I mean? We all bleed the same.
But
Exactly.
you can learn from people. You can help people, and and give something back as well. Like there's qualities that we have, guys, right? That people could learn off of us. You know,
Yep.
just as
Yeah,
much
yeah.
as we can learn
And
off of
people
other
have
people.
learned off of us, though, Chris, as well.
Yeah,
You
well,
know?
like
Yeah.
we've learned off of you guys. Do you know what I mean? Like
Right.
Chris and Mark, and what we've learned from you guys. You brought us up to speed of where we should be, and then we carried on our journey. Do you know what I mean?
Paranormal on the go learned a lot off of us.
Yeah, they did.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why I do the show that I do, so that everybody can learn off of what you guys do.
We had a horrible start, mine. Like when me and Mark started, everyone hated Mark. People hated him. People didn't like him. It was very, very
It's
tough.
because people don't understand Mark.
Yeah,
be very
that's what I
redundant.
think.
Yeah, I mean, he dug some holes for himself, but when he wants to dig himself out of them, he can. But he dug even bigger holes next to the holes.
But I can honestly say he's changed a hell of a lot.
Yeah,
He
I
has.
think
He's a great character.
he
He's
he's
changed a lot in the last few months, as Mark, and it shows massively. And
he has got the biggest passion for what we do out of anyone I've ever met.
Yes. Yes.
But
I've
one thing
seen
you will
that.
get with him is pure honesty. That guy
Absolutely.
does not do anything wrong.
I don't think Mark knows how to lie, Chris.
Well, he can't live with himself. He can't.
Yeah,
Like,
the
if I
guilt.
sit-
He
Yeah,
carried
he-
the guilt from
lied to
doing
tell
it.
you about 2
he
minutes
gets an
later.
anxiety when he has to lie even to his mum. Like there's a
Right.
truth. Even if the truth hurts, he tells you.
All right. That's
Don't ask
wonderful.
Mark. Don't ask Mark what dress looks good on you. Don't do it because you're not going to like the answer because he's
Right.
I've seen him in situations where it's like, Mark, a white lie wouldn't hurt right now. No, he gets himself in trouble.
Yeah. No, that's the way you got to be. I mean, I'm pretty much that way myself. I mean, I don't do it to the point where I'm hurting somebody's feelings, but I just tell them in a roundabout way. No.
Yeah.
It's just do it diplomatically. Wayne says, raw side paranormal, I do apologize. I have warned Crystal in advance. I'm sorry. Crystal's fresh. Cree said, the thing for me is that when I know someone, say like Joe Vitale goes out, he might not catch anything at all. And I'm okay with that. I watch because the one time you don't, he will catch something. Exactly. So he's the same.
Yeah,
You put it
yeah.
out there raw, honest, and he doesn't care if anybody likes it or not. That's just what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't always catch things.
No.
We've been on hundreds and hundreds of investigations where we just haven't caught anything.
We just don't waste people's time with the stuff that we don't catch. I mean, we can stay in a location for 6-7 hours at a time and get absolutely nothing. And we're not going to waste people's time or our own time because obviously we've got families too.
I
I've got
think
to edit that.
Do you know what I mean?
I
I mean,
think-
why would you edit a film that nothing happens in?
Exactly.
I think this
Chris has other ideas, but
this occasion was very, very awkward for me because it was like, oh right, we've got a chance here, but the chance wasn't taken. But there was a situation where me and Mark booked out a location and we had an EMF spin on a banister and fall off. And it went quite big in the community. People were going fake, 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 and all that kind of stuff. And it was like, well, everyone's saying, oh, there's an air gun or there's this, there's that. No, it happened. But Whether it's physics or not, I don't know. It happened. It spun on a banister and fell off. I don't know how. Well, Mark actually got onto a one-to-one with Purple. Purple wanted to get him on the phone on Discord so they could see each other's face, and they had a conversation about this clip. And Mark offered Purple the whole full footage, raw, the whole clip, everything. And said, there you are. There's the whole 6 hours.
And we
Even
can,
Purple
do, and
went.
we can do the same thing.
Purple went. It's all right. I trust you.
We had a
But it
similar
was there.
experience. We had a
But
similar
Mark
experience.
goes, no, watch it. Please watch it. And he was saying,
Right.
I don't need to. The fact you're offering me it right now, and I can
Tells a
have
lot.
it,
No.
again, says
Yeah.
a lot.
We had a
Yep.
similar experience with Beardo. He got in contact with our Sean and said, "Oh, the part in your video of the noise that you captured, I think I know what it might be. Could you contact me, please?" So Sean contacted him straight after the live that we did, and went through the footage with Beardo, and he actually debunked one of the noises which was in our video, which helped us a lot to understand.
And he said, "Can I have a look at the footage?" I went, "Whenever you want."
Yeah, we sent him the whole.
And from
lot.
that day on, he's like, "I know these guys are honest."
Right.
You know. So yeah, you
Yeah.
So yeah, that's great.
just got to be upfront. And I mean, I've got.
Well, they
I mean,
just
if you can't be true to people or true to yourself, then there's something wrong.
Right. No, that's just the best way. They know when you're willing to give them the raw footage, then yeah, you can't hide anything. So that's truth right there.
In my eyes, there's nothing to hide.
Right. I agree with you, Kiwi. Correct. Don't matter what time of day you can see something paranormal. Yeah, if it's haunted at night, it's haunted during the day.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Exactly.
of course it is.
That's just the bottom line.
Because
So-
they go, "Oh no, it's not dark yet. I'm not coming out to play."
right.
I haven't drawn the
Right,
curtain
right.
yet. I must be quiet.
Well, a lot of people, I'll get that question. Why does everybody do it at night? I said, because there's less contamination
noise
from the
from
outside world.
Yeah.
You know, things will show up better in the dark, you know, but I said, if it's haunted, it's haunted no matter what time of day you go there.
Yeah. You just do whatever you want to do, and if
Sure.
people want to nitpick over petty things like that, that's a them problem, not a you problem. You just do what you want to do.
Right.
You know, it gets
Do what
really
you enjoy.
frustrating. It gets really frustrating. You know,
It does.
because like it in a minute, people are going to be scared to show paranormal activity. That's the line it's going down. Where when people capture something, they go, "Oh my god, this is amazing. I can't put this on YouTube because no one's going to believe it and everyone's going to think I'm fake." So they end up not posting it.
Yeah.
That is where the problem is.
Right.
You know, and there's been occasions where I know people have not posted stuff simply because they don't want the backlash.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, wow, okay, you're fearful of being called fake. Yes. All right. Even Mark got like that. Mark was like, I must try and conclude everything. I must try and debunk it before I put it out. I'm like, well, you can't. How can you debunk something you can't debunk?
Right.
You know?
That's why we leave it to our community and to our supporters that watch us. We leave everything to their decision, their own demise, whatever they think. Feel.
Well, I do think that we have a
Everybody
tendency
feels
to debunk ourselves out of real evidence. You know, because like you said, you got people like Mark who are just, I've got to find out. Sometimes there is no answer.
Yeah.
So you leave it as unknown.
Like the line works for me is a complete and utter
Mystery.
example. And it's a mystery to me of what the hell it was. It comes out of the sky through a tunnel. You got two kilns on each side. Through the tunnel, goes up like that, and then drops behind Nanny B and just does all this stuff. And it stays there for about 25 to 35 minutes.
That's amazing.
And Ryan even walks up the tunnel. You got his IR blasting, and it's still carried on going. Still there.
Yeah, it was
You
incredible.
walk past Lan, and it's still there with her.
All right.
Chris, you lost your video there, mate.
Really weird.
I'm here, don't worry.
It's Gremlins. Let's see. Wisdom says, asks the question, do any of you ever worry about something following you home? Do you believe telling a spirit you don't have permission to follow?
I 100%.
actually works? Do you think
I
it works?
don't know if it actually works telling the spirit not
But we do
to
it.
follow you, but we do it anyway.
Yeah,
I believe it can follow you. I believe
Yes,
whatever
it can
whatever
definitely follow you.
things there can.
I believe it can follow
I've had weird things happen in my house after an investigation. So is Ryan, and I think Chris has as well.
Yeah.
I've seen it firsthand. I won't go into detail about it. It's like it's too personal to the person it happened to. But like I've seen it and I believe it enough to not mess with it. So I don't dabble around with Ouija boards because I don't want to run the risk of it actually being true.
Right.
Despite me being skeptical of Ouija boards, I don't really want to run the risk, right? So I don't mess around with it. I don't mess around with taunting. I don't taunt. I don't want anything coming back. I've got kids,
No.
you know. I don't want any of that shit.
Right.
I want why I do it is it helps my grief. It helps me feel better, knowing that I might well see my brother again, and Sean's the same, and that's where it lies with me. That's the end
Yeah.
of it.
100%. Yeah.
There's no gain in anything with me. I don't care about gain on YouTube. I don't care about clicks or views. I really don't. Just don't give a crap. I mean, yeah, we're putting out content on a platform which gains you views, definitely, but I don't really care. I don't.
Really,
add
it goes down to our own
any-
personal gratification. That's why we do it. We're doing it, and you know, we put it on YouTube to see. You know, we know that there's other people out there that enjoy the same thing.
Yeah,
So
it's conversion,
that's why
isn't
it's
it?
there for other people.
and it's
to
nice
enjoy.
to share. It's nice to share with everybody what we discover. Everybody should know about it. Everybody.
Sure.
The one
Yeah,
thing
we're all
that
looking
is
for the same
appealing-
answer. So yeah.
The one thing that is appealing to me is if you are the one person on the planet that has proof of something after death, you're changing the world.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes. You're changing a lot.
Changing the way everybody thinks. Everybody.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Cree says, I support this community as much as I can, and that means I watch videos that might not be the best in editing or the best in finding things. I sub and I shout them out because that is me. That to me is support, and it is Cree. We appreciate. She is. She's always here. She's always asking the greatest questions. She's a very great support. And Pomp, I don't know if I said hello, but hello, Sir Pomp. Welcome to the show.
Hello, Pomp.
Sir Pump. Where did the sir come from?
He dubbed himself.
He dubbed himself, yeah. Those chopsticks. And
Have I missed something?
Just like Wayne, I call Wayne Sir Wayne.
Sir Bruce Wayne.
Sir Wayne. Oh, that's okay if you were lurking, Sage. But we're glad you could participate now. Let's see. Let me see if I can find any more questions. Let's see. Wayne here's here. Let's see. There is a traditional pub near me called the Abbey Inn. I would recommend you to investigate it. Part of it used to be a morgue. Oh,
Interesting.
the Abbey Inn.
What's that called again?
The Abbey Inn.
The Abbey Inn.
There's so many
We'll have
Abbey
to
Inns.
have a chat, Wayne, and we'll look into this Abbey Inn.
Yeah, message them, Wayne, and let them know where it is.
Go and see and visit, aren't we?
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
She says, Crystal wants to know, Wayne, are you trying to set it up so Crystal can pop in there? Yeah.
Probably.
Crystal on an investigation would be a trip. I'm sorry.
Crystal, be welcome.
That'd be so funny.
Then why not?
That would be really fun. Let's see. Mark says, I have seen objects fly across rooms. So the buggy at East Drive, it can be in the opposite room and should be able to be launched out.
Yeah.
Well, you would have thought so, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. They do have it too close to the lip of the stair. That was why one of my questions was, does anybody take a level to see how level the stair is? And the camera on the wheels.
Anyone that's thinking on a scientific way would say exactly the same. Do not put it near the edge of the does.
It don't matter.
Right.
It doesn't even matter if it's paranormal or paranormal goes out the window when something is so close to the edge of something.
Right.
It just does, doesn't it? I mean, like it's always going to be speculated, no matter
See,
what.
if that was me, I would have gone, well, do you know what? That's debunked. Gravity did that. I'm not even putting it in the video.
I mean, Mark is right. He has seen objects fly out of rooms from room
Right.
to room. He's caught
Yeah,
it on camera happening as
Yeah,
well.
Yeah, yes.
And the worst thing is people just stiff their nose up at it. It's like, are you serious? Do you know Kieran O'Keefe watched that footage? He watched that footage.
Right.
No, do you know what? He didn't say anything. He didn't say anything at all.
Because he can't. He can't debunk it.
He didn't say anything at all. Like not a word. He just went, and that's it. He didn't say anything. A group of video analysts looked at the raw footage. They had it all, and they watched it all, and they concluded that it was authentic. Right? But Kieran O'Keefe didn't even say nothing. He didn't even want the clip to broadcast anywhere or show anyone. He didn't want to do nothing, which is interesting
Yeah, it is.
because that says a lot. That says, is this just all a show? Is this an elaborate hoax for skeptics to remain skeptics because that's how they make their money?
Yeah. Good question. Yeah. Cree says, I think all teams need to be skeptical until proven wrong. Yeah, I think you do have to have some degree of
Of course you do.
skepticism.
Of course you
But,
do. Every place
You also
has
have to be open enough to be able to receive what you're actually seeing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're totally shut down, then don't bother going.
No. You've got to have an open mind when it comes to things like this. You've got to.
Yeah. You if you go in completely skeptical, I think your door is closed and you
Yeah.
won't have any experience. You've got to be, I told Mark this, you've got to be kind of open minded. You've got to let go of all that ego and just let yourself relax and take the night as it happens. And sometimes paranormal activity in these locations happen when you least expect it. So have a conversation, sit down, relax a little bit, and then something will happen to grab your attention. That's usually the way.
9 times out of 10, it happens when you're busy chatting.
Yeah. Yeah. But closed
Chat
off
amongst
people
each other, just doing, just a general chit chat, and all of a sudden, something kicks off.
Yeah.
So Tammy is doing a castle on the 9th. Oh, you lucky duck.
Nice.
That is
Right.
wonderful.
I would love to go to Chillingham Castle. That's where I would like to go. Not for the whole YouTube thing, just in general. Even if I couldn't film, I'd love to just go there.
Right. She says she's going to be live streaming from there. So we're going to have to, you have a channel, right, Tammy? We'll have to check it. I wouldn't want to miss that. That's really
Well,
great.
You should have a channel, Tammy. If you don't
Yeah,
have
I think too, you should have a channel, Sammy. Definitely.
Okay, Cree is saying, I'm sorry, I don't know the names here. The man with the glasses needs to get closer to the mic so we can hear him.
If I get any closer, I'm going to be sat on my brother's.
Poor Ryan. There we go.
he needs to get a new mic. He knows this.
It's crap.
but- yeah,
It's not crap because it's nothing to do with the mic. Because when I sit and I'm live, that's how I sound.
Right.
Not a problem.
Yeah, but it obviously doesn't pick up voices very far away, does it? So
Well, it's not. My studio isn't made for 2 people. It's made for me. I'm the editor. I do the lives. I do everything else.
he's got the wood.
I have the wood.
You are.
Well, then sit on Sean's lap.
Behave, Crystal, and you, Megan. I ain't sitting on his lap and talking about the first thing that rises. I can tell you.
Ha.
Okay.
Let's see. Tammy says it's Rollins Castle.
There you go.
That's where she's going.
Right.
So yes, Tammy, if you have a channel, put it out there. Let us know what it
get
is.
I mean, come on, we'll all support you.
Mark says, I remember being pushed, and we both said, why you do that, and to notice that we could have not done it.
Yeah,
So
Sometimes, Mark,
was-
your stuff don't make sense.
that was when me and Mark got pushed at the same time simultaneously.
oh,
Yeah, that was quite weird, wasn't it, mate? Like that was, I don't know. I think we kind of looked at each other and just stared. It was like a moment, wasn't it? It was weird. But that was at Barragurney. That was at the location that I stated earlier. I had the best experiences at. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, Mark. I really don't know, mate. Maybe we should go back there and try and see if it happens again.
yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Sage said I was woke up by a ghost when I was 4 years old at my aunt's old place. It was my first paranormal experience. I was shook awake to find everyone asleep. Most people, yes, most of us have an experience when we're with children, and I think it's because children are so open, and they see what we don't see.
Right, we're both drenched with sweat.
You guys are melting. They're melting.
Oh, it's so hot here.
All right, guys. Well, do you have any other questions? Because we'll let these guys go so they don't melt away. Let me go.
Yeah.
Wait, Wayne's got one here. Have you been thinking of trying something new or different to try to encourage more viewers?
Yes, we do have membership packages now that try and get more viewers in. We've got the scare package, haven't we?
And the hunters.
And we've got the hunters package. We give them content that people don't see straight away and that sort of
But
stuff.
you've got to remember that is genuine support for these guys. So, although you can go, oh, they're just a channel making money. No, the locations that they go to cost money.
Right.
So you can't do this without money.
And we've been doing it for 2.5 years out of our own pockets with everything, equipment, fuel to get to places, even locations, haven't we?
Yeah.
The donations are appreciated, guys.
It is very appreciated.
All right, we've got another question from Pinky. Pinky says, have any of you ever heard, oh God, she's going to try to have me say this. Have you ever seen Coldcritch Castle?
Coldcritch Castle in
No.
Trinity, Scotland. I butchered the name. I know I did.
I've never come across that, to be honest.
Never heard of it.
Culzean Castle. Is it Culzean Castle?
No.
Coldcritch.
Castle.
Coldcritch.
Don't know. Never heard of it then.
Yikes! No, I never heard of that one either.
Edinburgh Castle and stuff like that I've heard of, but I've never heard of that one.
No.
Hi, Paul. Welcome in. Welcome in. So
I mean, like I said, I do have a video coming up soon. And like I said earlier on, it's going to be something else. It's going to be pretty deep. It's going to take me a while anyway, but yeah, it's worth checking out.
And we are working on a video.
I'm working on one at the moment. It's taking me a long time. It's the care home.
It was incredible stuff in that place.
It is.
Incredible.
It was bonkers. Mark had been there beforehand and caught some crazy stuff, and he took us there not so long ago. Thanks to Mark, and just being really kind in showing us the place. And yeah, it was impressive. To be fair, it was impressive. Hearing some strange things and stuff. I mean, some of it I put down to noise pollution, and other parts I couldn't explain. I mean, we went, especially up in the loft, and even Mark went up in the loft to try and debunk this weird noise, and
Yeah.
it was coming from there, and it wasn't coming from there. If you get what I mean, it was weird, but it was mad. It was mad.
Wow.
A crazy place, and we heard some really good stuff.
Excuse me. Paul has a question. He wants to know if anyone who was in Beardo's live yesterday, what's your thoughts on the woman in the chat who seemed convinced her kid was possessed? I don't know if she was just trolling or if she was being serious. I didn't see it.
Why can't it be serious? I mean, it could be if it's real. is a serious thing, isn't it?
I don't know.
Well,
I mean, I'm not being funny. There's been a real thin line between being possessed and having a mental health issue.
Exactly.
So in that way, then if that person thought the kid was being possessed, then I do suggest if getting the child
Seek help.
some attention with
Yeah.
a medical.
If your
Issue,
if your child was possessed, why are you on YouTube airing it? Why are you not getting that child some help?
Exactly. That's how I look at it. You should be going to the doctor, not to
If you are
YouTube.
going online about it, then basically no one is going to take you seriously.
Right.
Well, not on his live anyway.
No.
Basically,
No.
no one gonna care.
True Bones asks, have you ever used infrared?
IRs, yes, we've used IRs. Don't we? We've got built-in IR on our camera, but
I've never used
I've also got a heat
a
gun.
heat signature.
Yeah, it's got all the infrared and all the rest of it,
Yeah.
and I found them useless. Really, it was £100 and odd, and it was useless.
Oh, jeez.
It wasn't really.
No, I don't use any of that stuff. I use natural.
Yeah.
And that's
That
it.
again was when we first started.
Yeah.
Right. Cree wants to know, I know your laws are different in the UK on breaking and entering, but do you think it's okay to go into a location that has been abandoned when you know nothing about the history to share?
Well,
No, you've got to know your-
sometimes it's better to go in blind with these places because they're untouched, and I like that. I like
And then goes online about the history of it. after.
Yeah, most of my content out there is based on locations that haven't been overdone or even seen. I'm blessed to have locations in our
I
area
wouldn't break an entry though.
no one else goes to.
I most certainly wouldn't break an entry. Definitely not.
No,
But
definitely not.
abandoned. If it's abandoned, it's abandoned. And if you can get in through a big, massive window or whatever, then climb up through. All means, just at the end of the day, if you don't, you could be missing something, and 9 times out of 10, vandals have already gone in and ruined it.
And you've got to remember, in this country, the police, they turn up if they're called, and they just ask you to leave. They don't arrest you. I mean,
Sometimes they let
a
you
lot of the
carry
time
on.
it matters, but
Yeah,
I mean,
here you get arrested.
you don't,
Yeah, you
you
don't
don't-
sit there. They ask you what you're doing. You tell them. They either tell you to leave or they leave you alone.
Or you
or-
just carry on.
or they join in.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there you
Or
go.
they're
That's
doing
fun.
Yeah.
Sir Pomp wants to know, are you all aware of APRF and the way they investigate?
Who's APRF?
Never heard of that.
Apparently they
never-
don't know, but apparently
heard of
no,
AP.
Pop.
No, I don't know who APRF are.
Put their actual name there. We might know who they are.
Mhm.
Let's see, some
That's like
tanning.
saying, ABCD. He's friends with EFG. Okay, brilliant.
I'm so used to calling them APRF that I forgot the full name. It's terrible. I'm sorry, guys. If you're watching APRF, I'm so sorry. Because we're so used to calling them by the short, abbreviation.
APRF.
That's got to
And
be after paranormal something.
I totally forgot the full name. Candy, shoot it out there, please. Oh, that's terrible. They're a lovely couple, and they do have another way of doing their investigation, which is wonderful. Wayne wants to know, what advice can you give to beginners?
I would say
Be real.
be real, true to yourself, and true to your followers.
I would say don't get caught up in YouTube before you ghost hunt.
No.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Cree, another question. She says the laws in the UK are different about going into abandoned locations. I think we already answered it, sweetie. So
Yeah.
she hit me up again the second time. I seen it. I'm just a little behind. I'm trying to catch up. Let's see. Laura, I keep telling you that You've had some great interviews lately, and this one is no different. I will be checking them out. Well, thank you, Cree. They're going to appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yes,
Bree.
guys,
Really
please remember to
Yeah.
subscribe.
Thank you very
Big luck,
much.
man.
Thank you very
To
much.
both channels. Support the way you can. Everything is appreciated. We couldn't do this without any of you.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
And so we look forward to what you guys have coming up next. And as always, I love having you guys on. You're always welcome. Anytime you want to come on, let me know.
Excellent.
You want to share anything new? We're here to listen and check it out. And thanks everybody for all of your great questions. We really appreciate it. Remember to like, subscribe, share, all the bells and whistles, and comment. It helps us with the algorithm, that wonderful algorithm. But until then, everybody, have a great night. And remember to live life a little bit on the raw side.
Peace out, everybody.